armed forces. Additionally, the Navy supported land forces in Operation Hall 2 to combat illegal mining along River Ankobra in the western and western north regions. The Navy's riverine operations along the Volta River, like Operation Oasis in Bui, also assisted in reducing the effects of illegal mining on the Black Volta. To strengthen security along Ghana's inland waters and riverine areas, government launched the Blue Water Guard training program in 2025, this year. The Blue Water Guard initiative aims to establish 24-hour monitoring of Ghana's water bodies. It is a strategic intervention to tackle illegal mining activities, protect the environment, and restore Ghana's polluted water resources. The first batch of 453 personnel were trained by the Ghana Navy at the Forward Operating Base at Ezinlimbo. A second batch, made up of 532 personnel, commenced training last month and are scheduled to graduate this week. The training of the guards reflect Ghana Navy's commitment to operationalizing government's initiative of ensuring that all mining activities in Ghana leave a positive green footprint and not pollute water bodies.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Security law of Ghana remains stable. We acknowledge that the situation in Boko and Alavanyo and their immediate surroundings remain quite volatile. The Ghana Armed Forces is actively monitoring developments and have put in place robust mechanisms to ensure any potential escalation is swiftly contained in the interest of a peaceful and long-lasting resolution of the conflicts through dialogue. In doing so, we shall always separate crime from traditional matters, enabling us to deal appropriately and legally with criminals who foment trouble in the name of chieftaincy conflicts. Relatedly, let me assure once again that government has decided to take necessary steps to reconstruct the statue of the Zugra traditional area in Boko while investigation into the continues.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Condemned before projects.
Every Nyantini Ekosin Ro. Every Habain at the Conqua, Ghana Bibidro di to me as Soria Wadney, and in the Kremu. A Breno Drew, say a Dick Ghana Herbal Conference, dear Dick and Cry, a bro, Jumedi, Ebe Basso November, Bosom in the Da, and Toswaduno, a Kupma Dunum, our Prempe Assembly Hall, Kumasi, Asimtitra, a dead Jumedian Sony, harmony in herbalism, balancing tradition and innovation. Bra, Nabahe Aquaya Hodwa, the Yabibin Ro, Nahuni Hodwa, Yayo our Ghana, Nene Adunsi Fokudai, and one more. wɔyɛ bibinro mu hwehwɛmu ɛne nkɔmɔ ɛho hia saa adwumadie yi wɔn mo ɔma so yɛsene ɛmiade brɛmo ɛyɛ the Ministry of Health, Traditional Medicine Practice Council, Food and Drugs Authority, Center for Plant Medicine Research, ɛne Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. Bɔmmɔden a na kɔ abɛɛfo ntentan kɛseɛ ne so www.ghanaherbalconference.com anasa frɛ yɛn 0202 222 095 na register sesi a sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ wobɛda wo nnuro ahodoɔ a wayɔ adi a anaa wopɛ bia a wobɛtumi de wo nnuro no asie ɛwɔ dwumadie no ase a bɔmmɔden ana frɛ yɛn yo 0202 222 095 de yɛkyi ɛwɔ at Herbal Conference ɛwɔ abɛɛfo ntentan kɛseɛ no so kwankwan no ase ɛhɔ nyinaa. Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down politics. You say politics for no money or money and money. But na mumu binumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye beboa ma o man na koso. Na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ma o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben. Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben.
Me follow football be brave, but interview a wo ye no interview dey super o. Interview a wo ye no. Ene dia wo keka no. Na che say Ghana still cry no to add in the future. Tell me analysis.
Na me say we interview na me person me busa o say. Wan kasa na bi na kuta no. I don't know me person be hunu agenda be free by.
Oba de na de ma mi o.
Because question now to ma ma no dey fa na no shi pa. Cha say ko be dia so no we chasing no we free no we chasing. Asa na question no ntimi nti wa sama so papa. Mebo abaso nyamishira.
Sheikh medase nyamishira nyina.
EpaHoaDaben.
Why yam de papa u boaduma pa nyamishira.
Amen.
Nyawa hu be ye hu de hu ba wa boye pa wa boye.
Ma me mo abaso. Me empire ne say be fi happy FM na or ko BBC.
Amen.
Because we to me put 2 questions. I mean, say yes, in Sancho Juma, and yet the Asimbia who are working. We you move to answer. We the chair say, BB, Edino, Yan Fama, Nanko Punchap, I bought a basso. Yeah, we yeah, monitor, Nanko Ponso. You said the Oye, I bet you any mamma, Yanko Pon, my part to any mamma.
So much it be.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Oh,
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Anyway, me to be any ye. Anyway, and I can't sing along. It's sunny, I rehearse 70 breach ye a bo. Someone SC. And neighbor can say a Black Wednesday. Memoha, Emo Aquaba, Eba EpaHoaDaben Benjamin so. Ebia na onte ye, biso anu atede da. Say asemwa ye brobro so a ye titi ya nsa ne eba mframa mu awie and it say Ghana Armed Forces helicopter bia etu ene anopa nonkono say wode nani ekire eye oboase passengers enum ena crew no eye miensa meka crew ana me patre pilot ene wonu mo eka ne ho ena passengers enum nti enipa nwotwe ena na ete helicopter ni Facebookers, what are we waiting for? Inti enewie areho semwa abetodwa enana mebo mu Ghana Armed Forces officially at the statement about Montania wana semu ne se wono helicopter bia ni din ede eye Z9 a etu ene anopa nonkono se wode nani ekire eye oboase womo ehunu eye helicopter no ewo radar no so na womo kira enipa nwotwe enana ewo eye helicopter ni mu miense womu eye asojafo a womo ene mane helicopter no ena emu enum eye passengers so far edin ayetete se womo ye passengers na ewo helicopter mu eye the defense minister Dr. Omaneboama. So far, we have Ghana Armed Forces statement here. Oman fani din antu. In fact, oman fo biye din antu statement inimu. But checks aya ye chere na the defense minister Dr. Omaneboama eka womo na omo ewo sa helicopter nimu. Masanso nya ntie se Samuel Abuaje a oye NADMO Deputy Director General na onunso eka omo ana ete eyesa helicopter no emu. So far these two names ena me information kyerɛ sɛ na womo ewo eye passengers ano mo ka eye womo ena ete helicopter no emu. We are working to confirm other names ana womo eka ho ebie. Nti so far we have two people yeso womo nana eka ho bia omudin mu oduo. The defense minister eye Dr. Manebuama ena eye Samuel Abuaje NADMO Deputy Director General ono nso so eka eye passengers no na so far ne epia yatie ene se helicopter no ejato mu owiem ena ekọ crash ye na crash ye no ekire no wo amanfo a etimi du crash site ho no ekoto se helicopter no ahye grebu eyewitnesses ni bia later ye ne ombekasa kire a omu call bush ni mu no na kyese enipa body no atete apete ama ebi nso ahye a wotintimi mpomfa won sensi sudua se asumesi anana anase obentini we are hosem ene oyene kese a ato oman Ghana na yen correspondent of Ashanti region. Fortunately na owudwumadie bi ase a na the defense minister was expected to represent the president na omunya ntie se sa asem yesi no omune mpanifo ho nyina omo ne eye defense omo ne mpanifo a na ewodwumadie na se nyina de omani akere eye crash site ho Emmanuel ewa homa no so a wode nani di sansem ya chime no ka say we are told say omo tutomu akọ crash site ho na omo akọ hese ne asem ne tiankasa Ima otebe nka Happy FM suni
obi a obre ngwa obi me da se ne jo so bibi
yeah na patrol ugina hin sesi a meteka se bi wo wachi wo wa hin sesi a na amane be na betimi dia boyen efa helicopter ya yesi akohwe hui
me da se ni lance minister bi oboase enom yenuano ma etu efomagudi a omo emfa emrakwan so no na encheche bi ekoso ama lanche bi akoso na program no empelifo achocho road na omo ebeba program na sibi na program no koso a last minister ene Ashanti regional minister eba bedu program na se na no anananom eba be chie wie oboase black park ho pepepe information say eba say eye train bi ba dwumadie na se bi ama sa sikapa forest no ade train no aba benya sikamine forest train no aba benya crash ama enipa ti train mu de omunyina ahedwebra entitie ne se eye defense minister one na soafo na abamu mpanifo no government officials no mo eye 5 sabre no hwe se de incident ni si ya ija eda train mu de a ye beka se ye nu forest ho de nanso ade a pepa ye bo na ye dru forest no minia enye asemketo a omo edi kan ekọ atimi afro eye epepo no akwa abane de omo chese plane enya crash no enipa na ti plane mu de omo nyina no atwa nananom ewo nse do a ohwe pictures any videos so aba se de enipa atimi ahye no na enye asemketo a sabre ye kase usame no epepo no anase ekwan no enye ekwan ketoa na emom kwan pa ye twa sabre na forest ni mu a ye mom ni nu ye ne de na ade a sefimi ye ba na ohwe se de omo afro akwabale ka de apenu etimundi de ade a omo nyina etimi afim na emom ye ntimi emfa ntudwa se eye anase government officials no asumasi ana asumasi nemo na e kan helicopter no yenim se defense minister onumom na otai eyusu se na okoba bi sa program no na ya ade a obabi aso na Ghana mampani John Drawani Mahama so eda fire ne subia omunyina no nanka program no omo nemo anopa na nyante se omampani de bibi abete ahoma ama wono mum de wantimi amanti defense minister ene na soafo ɛda saa bere na ɔmo ɛba ɛyɛ sikapa forest no plane ababɛnya crash saa bere no enipa dodo a ɛte plane mu deɛ egya etom ama ɔmo nyinaa no ɔmo ahye saa yɛ kɛse yɛgu so bɔ pepɔ do yɛnu deɛ na emom ɛmanfo bebree a edi kan kɔɔyɛ na ɔmo ba deɛ ɔmo atimi de ɔmo ani akɔhu ne deɛ ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ nipa ahye paa yie na emom obiara ntumi mfa nto dwa sɛ ɛyɛ asomasi anaa ɛyɛ ɔbɛnten ɛna not plane no mu a ɛno deɛ yɛwɔ atwe yɛm kɔsi sɛ mpanimfoɔ ɛde ɛyɛ brief no ɛbɛba yɛ kasa yi ɛyɛ ashanti regional minister ne yɛ ne nyinaa na ɛforo pipo yi a ohwɛ sɛdeɛ ɛkwan ne sifa teɛ beebi efiri ɔboase ɛbae na yɛbɛbɔ sɛ ɛpipo yi a efiri beebi a efiri ɔboase bae koraa no yɛ drive bɛyɛ 1 hour 30 minutes ansa ne yɛbɛsi forest nano na forest nano no koraa na yɛba ɛwɔ beebi a crash ne si yɛ ne nso koraa no yɛnante ɛboro 1 hour ɛne ɛkyire a wotu sɛ ɛpepɔ no ɛyade a wɔyie paa n'asɛ forest no emu bua na emom mpanimfoɔ atwitworo no deɛ yɛasan bebree ho hwɛ asante regional minister yɛasan ne ho ɔkwan mu ɔno koraa no ontimi nuru baabi a yɛasan ne ho a yɛn nyinaa yɛkɔsi hɔ na yɛakɔ akɔhwɛ sɛdeɛ situation no ɛkɔ na emom ɔmo edi ka kɔɛ ne deɛ mfoni ne pictures aba ne deɛ ɔmo nyinaa atɔ nananom ɛwɔ nseɛ do a ɔmo ahye ankasa egya ɛna ɛtɔ pere no mu a saa bere ahye
Enti wone me kasa nyina yi wonam forest ni mu a mo kɔ baabi a crash na nkasa siye
yɛnam forest ni masa na ohwɛ sɛ deɛ yɛnante paa na nyagro
Stella Mundu ye
yɛnui ɔpani baako bi ba sɛ deɛ ɔka sɛ enipa ɛmɔbɔ pa
one ne nkasa ne nti ne okohunu ye
ɔpani wode wani akɔ akɔhu
nana madi mam yakɔhu paa
beebi a yɛgyina ne beebi a incident hu akakra sa yɛ
akakra bi kwa bi anwa
na wode wani kɔhu no ɔma na tipe no ha ebi enya anka
bi anka no makora ɔmo na
uhu nipa sɛ na ɔma se
bi amenhu
but pictures na de uhu sɛ body we ash but uhu
enso ne friends konko bi na ɛwɔ
so open hold when you
na see and believing me ko hwe pa ansa na mintime ai me ko hu pa
ansa na o sana but who say pray in time ni bi na did what say akrashi alate
Ima opening bo break to ma me Jubilee House press conference si a chief of staff and address Oman Ghana. Young call Jubilee House Mra. Now would you hold on the line? Now young Kotinia a buying air can young call Jubilee House. Oh, okay. Yes, a baby, yes, yeah. Ima,
I want to
yes. Cecilia Menewoka say chief of staff officially at the passengers are now at the plane in Mudiaba.
It's not far, it's just a short distance.
Na Ochra Defense Minister Dr. Manebuama na okauma nete eye helicopter ni mu. Minister for Environment, Science and Technology Alhaji Dr. Mutala Muhammad ononso na o helicopter ni mu ebie. Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator Alhaji Muniru Muhammad ononso na o helicopter no emubie. Dr. Samuel Sapon NDC Vice Chairman ononso na okahubi. Samuel Abuaje former parliamentary candidate. Squadron leader Peter Obafemi na ononso eka onomu na ete helicopter no emu ebie. Former Obuase parliamentary candidate Obuasi East Samuel Abuaje ononso na oka ehu ebie. Openi ba kwa no no so eka ho omani twum ampedu flying officer omani twum ampedu ena sergeant Adomensa Ernest womo ena crew no ntis crew no womo ani etwi helicopter no squadron leader Peter Obafemi ena the other crew member flying officer omani twum ampedu. And the other crew member, the last one, is Sergeant Adomensa Ernest. We ene a soldier for na omo mane helicopter no. In total, enipa 8 ena na ete helicopter no emu 5 government officials ne party officials ena emu 3 crew members Messi subiem den we by just 2 minutes ago ya na chief of staff Edi Dwa defense minister Dr. Manebuama na ote helicopter ni mu Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Alhaji Dr. Mutala Muhammad, ononso na otimubi. Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, Alhaji Muniru Muhammad, ononso na ote helicopter ni mu. Dr. Samuel Sapon, NDC Vice Chairman, ononso na ote helicopter ni mu. Ena former parliamentary candidate Emma Obuasi East, NDC Samuel Abwaje ono so not helicopter no emube we ni 5 government officials are na omo ete helicopter ni mu ena asojafo ana mane helicopter emi ensen squadron leader Peter Obafemi flying officer omane chum ampedu ena sergeant Ado Mensa Ernest ma menko back to Obuase bush ni mu hona menko tie Ima hello Ima masaba ho say abaya confirm ya maye say enipa 8 ena na ewo helicopter ni mu emu 5 government and party officials ena emu 3 asojafo ana omutwi helicopter no so far mwetimi akwakodu ho ana
Also, na me report me poso wo kwam. Sabe no people le de yegusu ayefo. Yentimi enkonkoduru bebia crash ni efie nam kroma yeko.
Na minim se woni papa bi edi nkomo ano no free ho ba. Ansa na me be ko Jubilee House ho no na ma ne ebo ne sen ni oso ko hunu ye no se heda de pa.
Oze yeye no tama oze emanfo no bi ekọ ene ebi ba ade a sere o hese de polity na omo ben ne de omo akwa mbe na me bo post no pani nsusa nti dudu na no omo nyina atimi asane a sabre na aka omo ankasa from yeye from no mum na opani ko ko si obi Omambo wangu but pass ni bi so far no ko dey na hu
it's be pass ni dey mi hu bi mo copter ne pass ni dey mi hu
hu se omo chese bodua mu ana se
bodua me dey na bodua na da ho eduane da ho
eduane da ho nti hu na ewe beka ewo fom train hu na ewo fom ena ebe bo eduane mu asabe no na enti obani eguso aye de yefo yentim bi enu tadum fire wo ma ko abadi ne de omo chese na pray no ewo ndi
well ima say onam forest ni munti ahoma ni twetwasi ma menya wa ha wo hu na etimi etwitwa videos ahodo fa send na fe so bomode ne do crash site ho no na inetwa mfoni ne ma eni hunu ensem no potin said ye etie ye besan ba ho in a bit why wadama asamo eti hu ni areho semo a ene Ghana phone kan bi nhemu abeto yanimu ni reporter ye ne kasa ye kira womo da so nam forest ni mu in fact na the defense minister any entourage abebobo omudin no na ye hwe animu sankene no anopai no omubedu oboase na omune lands and natural resources minister any Ashanti regional minister aka bomu a launch program bia mampani John Dramani Mahama ediaba na program ananka omuko launch no responsible cooperative mining and skills development program we aban we flagship initiative we designing or sanko the babe transforming artisanal and small scale mining sector no na empanimfo enam kwan so a wo mo kɔ program no ena akwanhia yi akwakoto wo mo Dr. Manibuama, Dr. Sapon, National Vice Chairman, NDC, Dr. Muntala Muhammad, Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, Samuel Abwaje, Deputy National NADMO Coordinator, Dr. Muniru, we are told, sir, also a former Minister of Agric. And also the acting National Security, in fact, acting Deputy National Security Coordinator. I say more real more. I say more shit to do. So just a while ago, the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, addressed the nation at Jubilee House. Yinkutie amani boni bia ode tuja. Okay, we're working on the sound. As soon as we're ready, no, you're the bebra.
Have the unpleasant duty, sadly, to announce a national tragedy involving the crash of a military helicopter this morning around the Adansi area in Ashanti region. Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash. Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama, Minister for Defense. Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Lemonad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture. Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. And Mr. Samuel Abwaji, a former parliamentary candidate. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. And government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. Thank you. Around the Adansi area in Ashanti region to announce a national tragedy involving the crash of a military helicopter this morning around the Adansi area in Ashanti region. Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash. Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama, Minister for Defense. Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Lemonad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture. Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. And Mr. Samuel Abwaji, a former parliamentary candidate. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. And government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. Thank you.
Oh,
And this is where, particularly when we come to the issue of electoral reforms, I will hammer. And I had cause to raise this with Dr. Bosman Asare when the final presidential result was declared by Madame J. Mensah. I said, Bosman, you remember when I called you and said, the extra pink sheets, let your presiding officers cross them and write cancel if the polling agents were not going to be enough to exhaust the first set. He didn't give me a listening ear. This time around, when I raised it, he said, yeah, I passed on the information. I said, where is the evidence? If he had done that, do you think pink sheets would have been flying around, people getting free pink sheets and altering results and sending them to collation centers? Don't we cross our own checks? Don't we cancel them? If we think we have maybe even spoiled the check, don't we cancel them? So when the Electoral Commission knew that, yes, there are 12 candidates, but because of the unfortunate demise of Madame Ekua Donko, it had become 13. So we are going to have free pink sheets flowing around, particularly as not all the presidential candidates and even the parliamentary candidates were going to win reps. It meant that there were going to be extra pink sheets. In whose interest was it that the Electoral Commission did not listen to this advice? I called Bosman and said, Bosman, bro, tell your presiding officers to cross those extra pink sheets. And it was no big deal. It was just a matter of crossing the first one and it will permeate because of carbonation. They did not do it. You know what? We've come too far. And we were determined to protect every single seat because of previous experience. In 2020, the parliament was not a hung parliament.
EpaHoaDaben.
Supporting the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Armed Forces have played significant supporting roles in the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. We are not out of the woods yet as a nation, but there is hope because there is a political will at the very top. We have reviewed the fight against illegal mining and have worked with stakeholders to reform the fight. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, is a product of that review exercise. The recovery of several forest reserves early this year, which our forest guards could not venture, was led by the Ghana Armed Forces. Additionally, the Navy supported land forces in Operation Hall 2 to combat illegal mining along River Ankobra in the western and western north regions. The Navy's riverine operations along the Volta River, like Operation Oasis in Bui, also assisted in reducing the effects of illegal mining on the Black Volta. To strengthen security along Ghana's inland waters and riverine areas, government launched the Blue Water Guard training program in 2025, this year. The Blue Water Guard initiative aims to establish 24-hour monitoring of Ghana's water bodies. It is a strategic intervention to tackle illegal mining activities, protect the environment, and restore Ghana's polluted water resources. The first batch of 453 personnel were trained by the Ghana Navy at the Forward Operating Base at Ezinlimbo. A second batch, made up of 532 personnel, commenced training last month and are scheduled to graduate this week. The training of the guards reflect Ghana Navy's commitment to operationalizing government's initiative of ensuring that all mining activities in Ghana leave a positive green footprint and not pollute water bodies.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, who is with us here, and the government of Ghana, I have the unpleasant duty, sadly, to announce a national tragedy involving the crash of a military helicopter this morning around the Adansi area in Ashanti region. Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash: Dr. Edward Kofi Omane-Boamah, Minister for Defense; Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology; Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Lemunad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture; Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress; and Mr. Samuel Abuaji, a former parliamentary candidate; Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. The President and government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice. Thank
you.
EpaHoaDaben nti si no pi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Mameko Facebook Live na amanfo reaction to arehosemi menkenkan bie na asem kase abeto ye nyina yeso ene day ene se asojafo helicopter baako a ene 2 fin kran se kɔboase na akodi aban adwumadie ankwankodu akwɔhwe fam ama emu nipa nyina ewu nipa ewu no eye aban emu mpanimfo akuku damo a womo ka ho defense minister ka ho minister for environment and science and technology enso eka ho bie deputy national security coordinator enso ka ho NDC national vice chairman enso ka ho bie former parliamentary candidate Obuasi East NDC ono so eka ho bi ne yasantia ka ho ne se asoja form yensa omomane eye helicopter no omu nyina nso ahye ewu kra mampania direct say all flags and fly at half mast
And what?
oh na Seth Opoku Tham joining live on Facebook pacho obetimi joining me live on Facebook na also abe kire wadwene wo sare hosemi hu a kebe me de Seth Opoku Tham, I see you here. Kwame Sahine say bibi good afternoon. Me hu ye but awrehosem we there. Apusu ye nyina ma me hu ne menka. I'm lost for words. Seth Opoku Tham said this is sad for Ghana. Black Wednesday indeed. Na Komen Sapila too say, "Hey Ghana, what is going on here? Everyday sad news. Anyway, my regards to Adwenkese Yate. Yewe yimu enya ene ne be mama for fans. O Paris hum. And so live on Facebook or say if this is true, may their souls rest in peace. It is true. Emil Smith ono de o se Ninsemu nyina ka ne tirim. Ohunu ne won kapoten. Try God while atoliati. Ose Mr. Bibi, obomidim prinu. Mr. Bibi, this is just too much to believe. I'm speaking from Afenya Mataheko, Frijimu. Brajo Arthur said, very sad day for Ghana. Celestina Boachua, or say, it is very sad. And beyond it is sad, minim ni obetimi aka biemu de, but Tete Abraham Abba Facebook Live or say good afternoon baby. My condolences. Brad Joatha said he's shaking. Or say oh shaky. And then they said we nkwa na trend you. And then they went kwa. Yabesa call back to forest nimu ni ene ima ato ankomo no so na I don't know tese anka nipa nim ne da nanimu a wo ho se nipa osori anopa na wonim ne da wanimu a anka ye pa o
me raho
Prince
me raho pa
se wo sori anopa na wonim ne da wanimu anka ye pa o ke bi anka minister di na pamfo anka mantena helicopter mu
bibi nkomo nko
anka program no kran ko metu ahyeda
kombetu aseda bibi mareho be say no anwumre be 7 on say in Ghana for be recruitment ti mini omane boama edi nkomo.
Look at that
on his Facebook way. Obe posti we na me call Bismark say how is the recruitment going to be? I'm around 8
or responding.
Na say anopewie owua.
And then yes we wu ni wo. We akwanhye wo pa che say
we meet as obi ahwie nsonwunu.
Especially when enru anadwo ni di.
Enru anadwo ya. Na say
Initi say na wi ase ne tie.
Bibi areho. are ho pa.
Ewiase ne sei netie.
Se ya.
Se unka bi nhemu na kyese me koye adwuma ba.
Be ko pe bibia bedi. Eno be ye de ne nam. Na o kan senka mpo mu nim mpo se bibisi ebesi a. Saka dwuma de kro mo kodie no. O metu aheda. So dwuma de no so se na mo nkwa na. Enso esan se nyi pan se ne Nyankopon se yenti.
Sa
untumi nhunu.
Enipa 8
anka ba kokora.
In one day.
Anka ba kokora. Nipa 8. Ese wa hu se nipa ine da hompo. Efunu bebre ase.
Woma hye omunso a woma hye no body na tete apete. Nti se wo behunu pa sa asumasi no kura no wegi sedie na bam.
So na hu se we ni nipa 8.
Amanfo by Facebook no so denden a kyese obi a kyere na reho. Na Tete Vidich say RIP Ghana 8 died, 15 died. Why? Kai Kumasi Accra. Sadiq Abubakar said 2025 is not a good year for us at all. Anode a broken heart emoji abata home. Tete Abraham dia na.
Oh. We say Black Wednesday.
It is Black Wednesday pa.
Wow.
Sadie we mama kai edabia neurosurgeons bi enso helicopter saadium kohwe mu o ayi kwawu be pono so.
Yeah. No helicopter say ya.
So helicopter say ya. Over Facebook we are sharing some of the videos with you.
Otie enkomo no a ejame ohuni
nipa na da ho hye sa no.
Nipa na da ho sa no wa hye no. Na ejame ohun se
nipa na hye no. Nti jaya ye hu sisi ye nipa na so ni mu no. Owo ye ya. Sa wo we de ya dodo. Nti nipa na hye.
Nipa na hye sa no. Nipa na hye sa no.
He.
Nipa na hye sa.
Nipa nsa hwe o.
Dabi o. Bibi. Nipa nsa hwe. Ye bring na de krope. No wajim. Ni ma na asma BBC a bibi asma bisa mo ne se. Kwan be na ye nso a ye tie ya ye hwe ye so be fa so ye be ko. Bibi.
Omudo mahunu omu ho.
Omudo mahunu omu die o.
Na ye aka ye ko ne sen.
Kokoti ahomasoyi. Hefa na ye nso ye be ko. Kwan be na ye be fa so ye nso ye be ko.
Nipa na hyeda ho sa no.
Nipa na down. Tu be da hu se Kofi ana se ya wana ye hwan. Nipa na da ho sa.
Ade ya. We nsese to wansa no hu se ya. Ya wu
na meni atete. Tena meni atete. Nipa.
So Lands and Natural Resources Minister no wakodu buase. Program wo mo kwakoye ne se omukọ launch aban initiative a omo de be sanitize galamsey any small scale and artisanal mining. Now the president the president was supposed to be at this function. Intianka helicopter enkono no otenemu akọ.
Yeah.
Ena oyi ne mpaboa de ma defense minister. Ena ja eye mining ninti Minister of Environment nso beka ho. Enu nim say task force nso ta eta akire a wo mo hwama yabra sa na emei. Nti National Security Coordinator the deputy eka ho bi.
Sound from penny from womb.
They were at the program a womo train their arrival. And omo say helicopter na ba be hwe fom. Inti program na nya maso.
Maso na bibie de.
E na pua wo mu nyina ye se ne omo kọ forest ho akode omo do mani ankasa koku. Na Emmanuel ye reporter no ese wo mu tu car no. Omo kọ be 1 hour ansa na omo du forest na no. Na fi forest na no kọ crash site ho no. Ya kwantu omua car nso nkọ.
Wow.
Enti omasia nante free forest na no a de afro bepo no. Oso no krado ja Ashanti regional minister e wo mura ni mu because the pace ni slow and report up so do on tem na wo ye na adwuma. Enti wo mo na mu o mo kọ ne frɛ na wo boy amane kakra. na wɔn kɔ no so mu hyia wɔn makodu hɔ akɔhu na wɔn ba na obi a bɛhyɛ ni bia nipa nsɛhwe de ya nipa
bibi areho pa menim obi obekasa asɛm wi enye na reho anase kana bi anye nipa
ene na onye nipa
na unitema because we said the nipa da sanipa shida form na unhunu sekufia na se yaw na da hoyi areho bibi areho pa
asɛm we de
bitu a production na just say troden
sorry for being now we I mean
troden
and then we have had to throw away everything we did planning
now be can dey
na beka
ela make a kire eju say na esi be ye den production am ye am de be ni na utumi me ka wa ha
nso wura mu na me ka jo say and then they say we are ni asem we da fun so
utumi me politics utumi me entertainment utumi me hwe cause the abani areho somewhere see usa ho akwa kande bibi usa ho akwa kande abusuan ga na ya hwere
ade kase ne ahwere
ade papa nipa nwotwe
ya hwere nipa baako ya hwere mienu nipa nwotwe breadwinners omu kura important roles to play for this country God. So afa na wadwene a asem ato Ghana na ye nyina ye bobo hu bia wabeto so besan kodi ni mu biem omo a aban timi a confirm so omawuo e wo sa accident yi mu Defense Minister Dr. Maneboama Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad another me were two smokes bia ya me she Alhaji Mutala Muhammad ene to de be che me.
Wow.
Satam ne ye Ghana made in Ghana month. Ena odebra be che me say unia wo ye made in Ghana month dia jiwe ne shene showcase the culture from the north.
Yeah.
To bring me to anytime I measure sa smoke me nu nyina me kai no. Minister of Environment. Another young man. With a big promising future, just say
some
into by-elections baby.
By-elections Alhaji
Muniru Muhammad acting deputy national security coordinator also wato Dr. Samuel Sapon me ko Kumase kwaye adwuma wo Yerepa my first interview, me be a morning show, and the first interview was with this man. Now, who me know the way I now, no big man or what me like. The other person so can be Mr. Samuel Abwaji. Obuasi East, former parliamentary candidate, ma NDC.
Yeah. Ono so call.
And a soldier for you so. I said, wait there. Mommy on point you may. Mommy on point na yeniare one because me who ya menka. Me say we nyina. Me nim ne menka kra.
Program no be anything. Obeka den. Obeka den. Enankwa nipa baako. Enwochi. Baako.
Enye kwakwahwe akwafo.
Debi. Aban mu mpanifo enwochi.
Asase giniema o.
Be serious.
Oh, say the money fi.
Emu an ebesa ko bi be kodie. Na so kwan ya
e be fa so
akọ no bi a ya dodo.
Na ko dwantwi bo onwum bi o se edi nkra. Yenom ya gro yesri. Yenom ya gro yesri ni ekra no no. No tonwum ni du ba bi no se o kire ewu ahodo a wono won pese beto no. O se ka ewu wo mpe. Etu aboba wuo wo mpe. Eja wuo wo mpe. Oso onyaaya nanka eja wuo. Oda ne mpemu a wada no no be fa ne kɔ.
Nti ya obia na se bɔkɔ no akodi. Se je wona wa say oh se. Then so ni
I am just imagining the very moment accident in this year.
Otie nipa ba kwa witness bi na me tie no video a. Oso mu hu say plane no etwam na afom na hu say tiba form. Afo te gra say ready asema ba. Ampa mokoya plane na atida hoyi. Tuwa utim on say plane yi top form. Na su timi ye hwe fa ho na kɔbɔ ne gya tom na teta ewo bɛn na ya chense bibi ewo bɛn
wani tuapa sɛ
ubewu na teta ne gya dem tata ne nipa wɔtwe afa kwanhye mu ato na no monse do a areho bibi areho papa bati wo ehuwo makoto akwanhye aso yakɔyɛ reporting ne ade na sɛ ewo we die ya papa se nipa nwɔtwe aban mu mpanifo a kyese ɔmo bɛboa ama aban niema tumi akɔso nhyɛ pa akɔso atumi afa akwanhyɛ mu awuse ya ibi ya ɔma ya hwrade papa
adekase ne ahwe o adekase abusuafo partyfo oman mufo ankasa I mean there be a day
serious so mane boama
then say enya weather na semu
dabi say weather no kra de bibi me nya adwuma o airport me nimpe na me say weather no nya ma ne ntu say weather no nya empanifo mo hwe wiem hyɛn so ne ho sesɛyɛ no emma plane entu sɛ weda no nya eni sɛ weda no a ka menim sɛ de ya empanifo be hu sɛ bibi sei enti emma plane no entu abra mo nim sɛ empanifo akɛseɛ fo sei ɛna sɛbesɛbe mu tukwa akodi dwuma de bi sei no kema ne nkɔ tibe mfumsuo bi ɛna ɛba wo baabi ne hwɛ ne mu sɛ de ya sɛ hwehwɛmu ne kɔso a empanifo be mehu die nam so poten pa sa o hawi baye na enough form
cry because I mean me imagine say wakra wo yere no wo ma say eneme kɔ oboase akɔ adwumanti wakra wo ma na o ma wo school ananso mu ofie mbete say daddy ewu wakonya plane crash and a helicopter crash ama wahye se nipadua no po ye hunu ne asie na rehu sem we di free hinsa
samo
na ade no
kakwa wo kan se
ye dem na hye bedwafo ni bi bekasa na ya hwe kwan be fa so a ye beti ye no mu so bekasa na etie o reactions to asɛm aba bɛtɔ dwai ne sɛne yɛ nyinaa yɛhunu no ɛfa
ɛsɛ na wo bɛtumi akyerɛkyerɛ me na deɛ kyɛ ne sɛ ade ne bɔduam nti bɔduam sɛ ana first one no ɛna ɛtrɛ dua no dua no bu da hɔ ɛna san kɔbɔ bepɔ nim nti ɛbɔ bepɔ nim na ɛlande fam nti sam ne deɛ ne nyinaa ahye ɔbɛni me na ɔkasa deɛ ɔkra ba kokora untimi nka sɛ obefa bibi wo hono mo dia bafi na omo ma hye ho se bu ho no otimi hye but utimi hu nanim ne nsa ne nan identify say asme so obentia na akotu omo ma hye no ukwa wo hu bibi a kire se we die atade a hye no nie mpa bo hye no nie me nua se enipa so mesi na obentre na wa hye kura wa hye dwerebe ama hu utimi hu se enipa no wa hye utimi identify say enipa so mesi no obi ahye ayro ho me se me tie no na me dimirika ba na beduru fie about 2 hours ago and I'm a dimirika ma frobe pona akwa makwa koduro ma me sa me so me eba ntimi nua de asi
well description no that TV no so I mean washi
o kan say
o ma sha crowd na wo ne be ya ne say woti helicopter mu na wani tua pa se ebe form na ehwe ho wie na ebi a explode ye no na eja na so wumu bi a wo behwehwe kwan mpo se mu me kwan apie na eja san hye wo awurade nya
ye na wo se no adu e die o tamfo kra sebe o mompaye se adu e nto no o tamfo kra mompaye se adu e nto no areho
mu orem
Muntala Muhammad.
Morem, I'm penny John Muhammad Huna Sempa. Huna Sempa.
Me imagine
Masuma so koye adwuma mame. Ohuna semu.
Imagine say they say abusua ho kra be ye omo.
Oduro Bismark here live on Facebook because it's so sad. Tete Abraham said bibi how do I know tomorrow? Me then me huno china. Nana Manuel said, please, someone should tell me it is not true. Nana, unfortunately, your worst fears have been confirmed. No correct. Sadiq Abubakar said, indeed, God has really saved Mahama for Ghana. This will shock him, Sankebe or no? Kebe or no?
Because also could be.
No call launch program, no. Gabriel Batistuta said, Bibi, a page called Anonymous Groups made a revelation last year, November, about a military helicopter crash which would happen this year. Some claim to have tagged some current MPs, but no reply from them. You can check out the page now. It's sad. I have been following this group. Anonymous Group B.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, so omo picture that omo deep in Usuni. Ubi a washe mask. Na omo timi bodin e de kokko bada e nesisida
omo
fa din omo nye video omo twra de in detail de to ho.
Wow.
And a prophet music video appear.
And no kana ka me hwehwe wahampo. A no so se nko me numu. So se nko me numu se we say kwanse bi betumi esisa.
Ono kwa de so obo ni din se obi onimu no mfre no say ohia no.
Eza odwen ho a onti ase. Dwen ho a onti ase bibi. Are ho papa.
Na also ba Facebook abetimi aba react to are ho semi abetodwai. Na onso wa kire wadwene wo ho.
So for dey say enu ni.
Said the ohunu no efa. Oh,
Mayfair.
Zuma Kwe Landry Gilbert said, oh my God, so sad. And also, any your day ababeto eja. Na so far they see ye. I mean, I read home near war. Intino also bana bechere wadwene ani akenkan ede amao. Ko eye forest ni mumrana Emmanuel Enfama ne bonamra. Ima waktimi akwa kodu crash site ho ana. Na ukodu ye.
Sir, I'm an abonnet. Ya to. Said ye muti and sab pepe. Minia Sabrino. Bambofono. Omo shena omo the body no asane a form. So the see any day. Omo timid omunina no sane. And Sabrino Macain. The see ya who say in Nipa na she dear. Omo ahwe acheche omo omodo omo nyina esane abakuruni
na yete sese nipa ni bi kura no body na atete kura
mini nipa enwotwe na etiplane no including the defense minister and NDC parliamentary candidate of the West no yade a okan na Samuel Sapon maybe Ashanti regional minister yade a ono so eka ho a na afi Mutala ono central MP ade ono so kaje beka se body no 5 die uhu se omo body ni ase na mo ntimi identify se yasumasi ana obente na mo uhu se body we nipa omo ase na mo be trade ade a uhu body ni kura ade a ebi ayenso ene ade a uhu hwe se de nka ne ba se nipa nwotwe ene enum de uhu omo obodi no ba ko de beka se wo hye de but on de wan si bebre mo uhu ndatale no kra no ade a eche no on de uhu no mom de manfo betimi identify ne nipa su a oye na mom se de asoja for no omo afrim anase nipa nwotwe no mu 5 a omo omo body ne de abi no omo do mu nyina eba kronim na Spain na be form senso omo do mbegu kam na omo do omo akọ enkade a eno no aje so omo ba bedura region minister ade a oka omo ho a omo ba na emum ye tim ensentwefo ne de sabe ne yedi asojafo ne nimu a omo edi ekamu no de omo betime afa ne de omo edi echi asabe omo eba
maminja wo ho na twamfoni ni sende me na me ni Ghana fo nyina nche as munam forest ni mu na mo abefa mu ne de kɔ no mamemma wo pɔse wa ha na twamfoni na fa sende na ye ne Ghana fo nyina nche ni hu na de kɔ supporting why na wo mo ka se play no hwidua bi mu ko hu no evidence of that
ye koko hu ya hu se edua no eyade a tututu o ze me ka se eye kuro no si plane ba betwam na plane eyade a ewo fom na to the sense na se effort na wo mu o se ye because we betie si forest do so hu se enua eyade a ewo forest nim na plane no se de kuro ma fo no se ye nkwala plane betwam a hu se wo fom a nya peja ense plane no kuro mu ho fo ne de omu plane etwam no eyade a omu hu ya omu kura no se de mi ye bia na emum timamufo ehu ye ne de omu kyese na ewo fom ye pa eno na omu anka bia nhima omu move step kakra no omu tisi forest nim na abehwedue mu asabe no nipa nwotwe ne including the defense minister no omu nyina atwa nananom ewo ensedo
na kyese efom na ebe no na eba behwe fom ane sa no na omo kan bibi na etiti se na eja tomu wo wie mu ansa na behwe fom eyewitnesses ne ka bibi etisa
omo o se tama esi ene de wow eyewitness ni bie ni ho a ohun se eja no etom but ebodua ni mu na ma eja no etom no nti wutu se esako ball unse forest na ebo nso eyade a ewum nti omo chese kopem ebomu no antofo ewo ho a ena sabe no epem abo nso a ekoka esoro nti sa ejatom of formansa na ebo eduanum ne de bi na emu ye beka se boduanum ho emetu etudua na kra eduare hu se edafom enu mum na enanso ma eja no etuom a enuanum etumi asesa
o se asem na esi wo bepo no so ho
esi wo pepo ne so a pepo no so a pepo no so ene esi nti se da na timamfo na ka se ebetwa mu okrom na omu no ehu ye no se da obeka se ewo fom no obedi atum se na eyade na efom because ma wo pepo na pepo so de wo ye papa nti se bi si pepo ne so ebi si pepo ne so na se plane nso enwo fom a enye nwa se accident say and ask crash say it me because from for no say the mechanic plane ultimi man ba kra ba say the man for no kire say e betwa mu okuro mu a omuhu say wo fom a omo ma ba re bi a nchi bia ekonya crash no na dodo na agitum say fom na na wo no eno ena na ka ho a ekobo fe dua nim no
Ima twamfoni fa sene na ebesa ba wo champion mo sane si form na bibia settle I will come back to you in the meantime no my fee any hunu ne ekoso forest in memra mo nantim why
mate
all right ha kwa Joseph Adankwa
baby
me ati huni o
said any day
era ho
and then no nye da energy da o my Ghana na yenim se obi anka bi anhyem nyina ya anka bi anhyem nye yensusu yeni
kra
nyewe na ne ahwehwe se aeroplane betimi akwakonya akwanhia na oman defense minister one of science innovation ni niema akaso ene party mpanyimfo bi a omo ka eho ombeko akwakɔhwere wɔn kwa nti deɛ di kan no menim sɛ wadi kan ma abusuafoɔ yɛ akɔdeɛ but mpanyinfoɔ sɛ ɛnam dodoɔ hɔ yi nsɛ nkwa
nokorɛ
nti ɛneɛ yɛka yɛ akɔ no ara no na yɛma abusua no nyinaa hyɛ den ɛba no potopuru sei na wonyɛ obi a wobɛtumi ahwɛ wo ho so yie ahwɛ w'adwene so ahwɛ wo kasaa mu ahwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ tiri mu yie a
ɛtumi fa
wo tirim ama ɛte fa so nti weyɛ mpayɛ na mebɔ anaasɛ mpayɛ na Ghanafoɔ nyinaa yɛbɔ sɛ Onyankopɔn no a wɔno ade ma yɛ na ɔsan gyeeɛ no wɔma ɛyɛ abusua no nyinaa awerɛkyekyerɛ saa berɛ mu ɛɛdene mekora deɛ mesu nkwadaa no ɔmomma no sɛ mewɔ ho bibi matiefoɔ nte menim sɛ ɔwuo deɛ ɛnyɛ den a biaa nti na ɔsɛnkafoɔ no koraa ɛkaa sɛ sɛnka woma mehunu me nna a aka ɛno deɛ Nyankopɔn ɔmfa ma wo ɔdɛma wana sɛ ɔnyɛ nyame bio nti wo na aka no deɛ ɛnyɛ adeɛ a wobɛnya ba da bia mɛkɔ ayi ase biaa adeɛ baako a mete hɔ a ma mewerɛ ho ɛne sɛ so deɛ akɔ so yi abrantewa yi a wafiri mu yi sɛ nka ɛyɛ me a ka makyi te sɛn
ɛyɛwo a
sɛ nka ɛyɛ me a nka makyi te sɛn memekɔ ayi ase biaa no a adeɛ ɛba me tirim menim sɛ nyɛ den a mɛkɔ adeɛ baako a free 25th of March 2015 mensuro bio ɛyɛ owuo wobɛtumi akɔ at any point in time wobɛtumi akɔ at any point in time
ɛba nso ɛmmɔ nkaeɛ nanso akɔba ne sa nti yɛma abusua yɛakɔ this is too much
yɛma ɛyɛ party ma yɛakɔ yɛma adɔfoɔ yɛakɔ yɛma nyɔnkofoɔ ahodoɔ a wɔn bɛn wɔn mu nyinaa yɛakɔ yɛma wɔn nom a wɔn daa wɔn kɔsɛ yɛkasa yi nipa dodoɔ no a na daa wɔn yɛkasa yi nipa dodoɔ no a na wɔn de wɔn nsɛm bi akɔ akɔto wɔn anim a na nka wɔn hwɛ anim sɛ mpanyinfoɔ bitumi atu wɔn anam ɛde ama wɔn yɛma obi biara yɛakɔ Ghana nyinaa na yɛahwere adeɛ Ghana nyinaa na yɛahwere adeɛ na menim sɛ nhwehwɛmu a ɛdi mu
ɛwɔ sɛ nhwehwɛmu kɔ mu paa
nhwehwɛmu a ɛdi mu nti na mekasa wo sɛ mankasa nhwehwɛmu nhwehwɛmu a ɛdi mu ɛwɔ sɛ ɛtumi kɔ nea ɛkɔɔ soɔ ɛnɛ yi mu na menim paa sɛ Ghana Armed Forces so ɔmo yɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo yɛ nhwehwɛmu a ɔmo bɛyɛ ne yie ankasa kɔɔso wei deɛ ɛyɛ paa
anya akwanhyia kɛkɛ saa
dabi sɛdeɛ amanfoɔ binom mu adwene yɛ ɔmo nti na mempɛ sɛ onim sɛ deɛ saa yɛn adwuma sɛ deɛ yɛ no abafoforɔ sei no amanfoɔ bebree no ano ɛwɔ nsɛm ahodoɔ a wɔbɛka de afa ho sɛ weisi yɛdurubere bi koraa na amanfoɔ di ne bi a ɔmobɔbɔ koraa no wanhwɛ ne yɛ na de kɔkɔto abɛfo tentakɛsɛ so kwankwa nnuase a ɛnkɛkɔ baa yɛ a ɛne chief of staff ɛde na no de sɛ babɛto dwanko anim agu ase nti wonim adwuma no deɛ wo no yɛbɛto wom ɛna anim sɛ deɛ ɛyɛ no ɔdeda nti nneɛma bi sei no yɛnyɛ nyina so anaasɛ yɛnyɛ ntu mu amanfoɔ nsɛnka ɔmo ka yɛ ɔmo nsɛnka ɔmo ka menim sɛdeɛ ɛyɛ mpanyimfoɔ ɛde ɔmo ani di akyire no ɛnyɛ den nhwehwɛmu ɛsɛ fata ɛbɛtumi akɔ so na yɛhunu deɛ si yɛ pɔten
ɛma sa
akwanhyia wei ɛbaayɛ na bibi akwanhyia wei no ɔbɔ ɔman Ghana abakɔsɛm mu a plane crash ahodoɔ akɔ so ɛwɔ ɔman mu and there are a number of casualties
and then Mekai Prince said okay neurosurgeons now was it around the same time
August September
baby sao the weather was about like this na almost helicopter do hɔ
that's all
there were 3 neurosurgeons and at the time no mo pɛ na ne ɛwɔ
konkron
at the time no mo miɛnsa pɛ
konkron
ɛno so forest saa
konkron and bibi Me kwa bakosemu na obi busa there were documented plane crashes yeah. Some involving commercial flights.
That's right.
Some involving military helicopters in the account. Sebeka June 5th.
Yeah.
2020 June, yeah.
Same June. Around this time,
this time, brain shoot to 2000. So Beka Ghana Air Link Fokker F-27 in Yakwenshia.
Yeah.
Enumono. Idea na a free tamale. Eba saying a bankrupt enya kwenhia na enya kwenhia nipa dodo mo efa mo hwero mo nkwa nipa nso nipa nso no mo efa mo hwero mo nkwa ebinum amfiri mo de nipa dodo no amfiri ebi nso prepare de akase pa baby we no military aircraft ewo before 2000 eno so sa 13 kilometers to Kutuka. 13 kilometers to Kutuka. And then also, in your conscience, I don't know, sure, be a woman. Baby, some of Kaya Ghana for you and I am April 2000.
Yeah.
Before the year 2000, there was another crash, and also a training flight, no me training, and
also
Kosheho. And and also you record any fatalities and then they
yeah
in the enti say oyobia odi data any di enkoma obetimi aka say we enya de aitasi ewo man enya de aitasi ewo man
we intervals na da afie sisi enimu a mu wa
thank you ba kokora bi wa ha Ghana Armed Forces Casa C295M. And also, FIAC. Sa, and no, our brana Orlando Accra Air Force Base. And also FIAC. So, I don't be no a or shrink. So, it is clear. Say, we in your dear taste, woman, and yet, idea we be see recurring situation when it comes to accident ahodo transportation accident ahodo ehunu omayemo eno ntina ebema manfo bebre no ano akase de course we no de course and I said de akoso amene chief of staff ababeda na die
say
pangotwe na afri mu oman defense minister eka ho bie no eno ntina manfo bi no madwene mu eyomo na
se yenye hwehwemu
aidimu ne mu do na yenhunu adekode poten a ekobaye emaye akwansia
because ansana helicopter na plane bi behwe ho no pilot communicate
yes
se engine ene call off a obeka se bad weather bi na ha na obeka they would mostly radio and indicate emergency now omukrano.
True.
If even at the point of crash landing, omubabe show no krano. Mayday, we are crashing obeka. Ama obeka sato se wonte ni biem. Enti I'm sure that, and unfortunately, we have military for the statement now. Almost say the plane was off their radar.
Yes.
Is that to indicate say before the crash? Na omu radar no so.
Before.
And I say a crash we no man omu
radar no so.
And say a crash a sign of koba there. Was there a communication between the pilot and base? Or it was just the radar and now omode monitor the bianam. And I said there was real time
monitoring. Communication.
Yeah. Pilot to no base. Because every pilot or fly no problem or report it.
That's the first thing that they do. I did the
engine call for Becca. Or running out of fuel or Becca. Say whether or no crap so pe baby land there or Becca. So there ought to have been some communication between the pilot and base. But for them to say it was off their radar and they were still looking for the plane, we are not sure at what point.
And I am sure say the military no at the buy any holding statement.
Yeah.
And omope better and further particulars of the course one.
Yeah.
And we did say any
details no.
Even your details no because said you're not any correspondent didn't come or see a strap for nothing about PM.
Yeah.
Forest in more. I can see or matamamuno or more mubina or money dear.
Yeah.
Or matamom, a diomo eba. And yet they are be a better test who say, we. But to die in such a state,
could you?
To die in such a state.
Oh, they are not doing.
To die in such a state, baby.
Already in for prophecies, some year about masophobia, board Dr. Manebu Amadin, a car a born coco, say, BBC into one her woman or money and Casamon Paye, and no Abessinico. There is this anonymous group on Facebook. I follow them. Now, I decided to follow them because Metina CCC and me who's there. One more some more cano, do one abem. And Obi Kwan the message by our watching my dream so. And I'm going to look for that poster anonymous group in the year. They made mention of the fact that there was going to be a plane crash sort of Ghana, and there will be prominent people involved in the crash. A lot of people don't take their word for nothing because a faceless page in there. But then a seer, a same way seer, a very close and similar to a somewhat anonymous group in the Tuja. And the fact that we're hearing some prophet also earlier on indicating say say in a seer. Where a picture Dr. Manebuama, it try just this year. I think say 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I was Pujos. Pujos did an anniversary. You know, he's a Pujoba, and he was the guest of Anna. And said Danona Ucha, sa picture no. Where Dr. Samuel Sapon, former Ashanti regional minister, on also Oka Ona Awuya ya no ho. When see Mr. Sapon when he we're Deputy National Security Coordinator. No, Facebook. We are sharing the pictures of one more. With you. Inti ni photo say siano Alhaji Muniru Muhammad. And ni photo say siano Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, Minister in charge of Environment, Science and Innovation. Dr. Manebu Ameni, a very affable man, a very strong man in terms of politics there. When him Kujina Homa NDC towards the 2024 elections. Issue some reason about the integrity of the process. Na eba so no. So jeni ahu ni squadron leader Peter Obafemi onu na ahu ni we na minimum no there. Samuel Abwaje. Former NDC. Yes. Such a handsome man. Young man like Erade Nyame. Munyam point you may go where dear Niaka. Where Dr. Manebuama ne last event okoye wo produce Miami School on one Susuni School 67th anniversary na eja okoju medie na sena send it here no. Let's share some of these moments with you. Some of his last few activities. So and sana same way ebabisi.
Mom, thank you. Your tireless steps cleared my rightful way when my dream called and a shadow rose to steal my claim. You came home that evening, exhausted but victorious. And to this day, no other Edward Kofi Omanebuama ever showed up to claim my place. That day, I learned that sometimes others fight to start your journey, and later you must fight to help others begin theirs. That's how I ended up here. My mom's persistence taught me something. Sometimes your journey begins when someone fights for you, and later you fight for others. And that is why I will continue to fight for Pope John Senior High School and Junior Seminary.
Hallelujah.
My dear students, in the coming years, fight for your parents and guardians and formators as Pojos, as they have fought for you. Never forget their sacrifices.
EpaHoaDaben Sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Big goal. Big goal. Big goal. Number one everywhere you go. Big goal. For the friends and the family. Big goal. Big refreshing moment. Big goal. For the kids and the adults. Big goal. Boys and girls with a drink up. Big goal. Everywhere the party day. Big goal. We go mash up the place with it. Big goal. Greatest in every battle. Big goal. 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 Greatest in every battle. Big goal. Big goal. Big refreshing moments.
Big ol' drink. Big refreshing moment.
Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa. Nanso, wo sike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wudie, won mo wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo ewo bra wode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Izanza E Productions. Ya be sort you out. Freyen. So studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betimi di bia fam. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi dwumabie a wo pese otwe egu nhoma so. Freyen. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu ewa kasamfoni so. Freyen. Documentaries, freyen. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Freyen. Waya nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Freyen. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production, Freyen, short and long film, Freyen. Yetete phone humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E Productions, capture the moment.
EpaHoaDaben Sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mom, thank you. Your tireless steps cleared my rightful way when my dream called and a shadow rose to steal my claim. You came home that evening, exhausted but victorious. And to this day, no other Edward Kofi Omanebuama ever showed up to claim my place. That day, I learned that sometimes others fight to start your journey, and later you must fight to help others begin theirs. That's how I ended up here. My mom's persistence taught me something. Sometimes your journey begins when someone fights for you, and later you fight for others. And that is why I will continue to fight for Pope John Senior High School and Junior Seminary.
Hallelujah.
My dream called. Thank you. Your tireless steps cleared my rightful way when my dream called and a shadow rose to steal my claim. You came home that evening, exhausted but victorious. And to this day, no other Edward Kofi Omanebuama ever showed up to claim my place. That day, I learned that sometimes others fight to start your journey, and later you must fight to help others begin theirs. That's how I ended up here. My mom's persistence taught me something. Sometimes your journey begins when someone fights for you, and later you fight for others. And that is why I will continue to fight for Pope John Senior High School and Junior Seminary.
Hallelujah.
My dear students, in the coming years, fight for your parents and guardians and formators as Pojos, as they have fought for you. Never forget their sacrifices.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Supporting the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Armed Forces have played significant supporting roles in the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. We are not out of the woods yet as a nation, but there is hope because there is a political will at the very top. We have reviewed the fight against illegal mining and have worked with stakeholders to reform the fight. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, is a product of that review exercise. The recovery of several forest reserves early this year, which our forest guards could not venture, was led by the Ghana Armed Forces. Additionally, the Navy supported land forces in Operation Hall 2 to combat illegal mining along River Ankobra in the western and western north regions. The Navy's riverine operations along the Volta River, like Operation Oasis in Bui, also assisted in reducing the effects of illegal mining on the Black Volta. To strengthen security along Ghana's inland waters and riverine areas, government launched the Blue Water Guard training program in 2025, this year. The Blue Water Guard initiative aims to establish 24-hour monitoring of Ghana's water bodies. It is a strategic intervention to tackle illegal mining activities, protect the environment, and restore Ghana's polluted water resources. The first batch of 453 personnel were trained by the Ghana Navy at the Forward Operating Base at Ezinlimbo. A second batch, made up of 532 personnel, commenced training last month and are scheduled to graduate this week. The training of the guards reflect Ghana Navy's commitment to operationalizing government's initiative of ensuring that all mining activities in Ghana leave a positive green footprint and not pollute water bodies.
EpaHoaDaben.
Security of Ghana remains stable. We acknowledge that the situation in Boko and Alavanyo and their immediate surroundings remain quite volatile. The Ghana Armed Forces is actively monitoring developments and have put in place robust mechanisms to ensure any potential escalation is swiftly contained in the interest of a peaceful and long-lasting resolution of the conflicts through dialogue. In doing so, we shall always separate crime from traditional matters, enabling us to deal appropriately and legally with criminals who foment trouble in the name of chieftaincy conflicts. Relatedly, let me assure once again that government has decided to take necessary steps to reconstruct the statue of the Zugura traditional area in Boko while investigation into the continues.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
And this is where, particularly when we come to the issue of electoral reforms, I will hammer cause, and I had cause to raise this with Dr. Bosman Asare when the final presidential result was declared by Madame Germainsa. I said, Bossman, you remember when I called you and said, the extra pink sheets, let your presiding officers cross them and write cancel if the polling agents were not going to be enough to exhaust the first set. He didn't give me a listening ear. This time around, when I raised it, he said, yeah, I passed on the information. I said, where is the evidence? If he had done that, do you think pink sheets would have been flying around, people getting free pink sheets and altering results and sending them to collation centers? Don't we cross our own checks? Don't we cancel them? If we think we have maybe even spoiled the check, don't we cancel them? So when the Electoral Commission knew that, yes, there are 12 candidates, but because of the unfortunate demise of Madame Ekwe-Adonko, it had become 13. So we are going to have free pink sheets flowing around, particularly as not all the presidential candidates and even the parliamentary candidates were going to win reps. It meant that there were going to be extra pink sheets. In whose interest was it that the Electoral Commission did not listen to this advice? I called Bossman and said, Bossman, bro, tell your presiding officers to cross those extra pink sheets. And it was no big deal. It was just a matter of crossing the first one and it will permeate because of carbonation. They did not do it. You know what? We've come too far. And we were determined to protect every single seat because of previous experience. In 2020, the parliament was not a hung parliament.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Can't find a diplomatic solution to it because this particular action is something that would affect our determination to ensure that the pace at which we move in as a state in terms of environmental sustainability is not the best, but it is encouraging, and this will be a setback. So I would suggest, and maybe perhaps suggest to His Excellency the President, that we need to, take advantage of the diplomatic channels, see how best we can continuously get some of this assistance from the United States of America.
Thank you very much. Any further question?
Mr. Chairman, I have a follow-up.
Honorable members, it is settled at the committee that he is even yet to take his position. As to whether he will be approved or not, he doesn't know. So I find it very strange asking him to give you timeline. So he can proceed to answer the question without necessarily relating to the timeline.
Chairman, I think you are leading the
nominee.
The nominator.
And you say
but yes.
He's capable. But he should be able.
Mr. Chairman, I beg to deplore that. Please.
Honorable members, order. Please proceed to answer the question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think that if I'm approved by this committee, I think we need to do a comprehensive feasibility study to ascertain the socioeconomic impact of such a ban on the people of this country, and also take into consideration whether there are alternatives, and as to whether those alternatives are available and cheaper. I think that is what we need to look at. So if you ask me whether there should be a ban, I think it will be very difficult to answer that. What I can say is that in response to the question, the last aspect of your question, whether we should support Ghanaian domestic, businesses and investors to get into biodiversity. Exactly. I think that would be one thing that I may encourage. But to ban it outright, when we are not certain whether we have the capacity to produce the alternatives and how cheaper the alternative will be, and I think that would be a very difficulty to do. But one thing I can say is that to support our Ghanaian industries and businessmen to get into investment of such is something that I would encourage. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any further question?
Yes, I have a follow-up.
Very well.
Mr. Chairman.
On the plastic?
Yes,
Very well.
On the plastic. Now, Mr. Nominee, have you realized that in this country, when people even buy a bottle of water, a plastic bag is given to them. And in most cases, once they take the bottle of water, they drop the plastic bag. I don't know whether you are aware. It is the reason why we have a lot of plastic waste in our country. And so if you are saying that when it comes to the importation, you consider it later. But what would be your policy on the use of plastics in this country? That you should be able to tell us that it should be something that we should ban in the country, the use of plastic in the country. Because there are other countries around the world that have either banned the use of plastic or they've made it so expensive that people want to reuse plastic when they buy it. Here it is so cheap that people are able to buy like 10 of them a day. And so, would you allow me, my brother?
But will you address the chair and proceed to ask the question?
Yes. So my question is whether, apart from the importation, you suggest to His Excellency the President to ban the use of plastics in the country.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Like I answered earlier,
but I think you asked this question on the ban on the plastic bags, and he has provided the answer. You even tagged your question that will he provide a timeline for doing so.
Happy FM 98.9.
Baby, I have a very deep message for him. And baby, Minister Nebuama, the whole video will be my friend. And then the prophet Roger. Amen. I will not say the message because my own video. And I will be our very minister for defense currently. The whole video here. Of actually say prophet be a friend who just said on friend. Amen. Amen. Now my name is
Nitrin and Kamadin, my mamo adjo. In fact, my mamo ha. Badge media so.
Bibi, there I seen there. I'm union higher bottom.
Correct.
Now say a bit more calling for the
investigations.
Mia penny. Dr. Omane Boama. I said, my case will call it for you. I said, my back simenim pa. Na me hwenenim no hwemanim.
Our IPAC.
Our IPAC. No catch them say. On will call for forensic audit.
Yeah, me kaipa.
The voter register. Yeah. Say. Some KCC. Ato no. Honorable Member of Parliament. Last week, yeah, Namisia.
Mutala.
Yeah.
Tamale Central.
Yeah. Was it a week and another week?
Okay.
There was a program conference center.
Okay.
President Barbie.
Okay.
Na me sorry kwachia Fifi Kweti.
Okay.
NDC General
Secretary.
Timene bon command me who say honorable hweme sa baby no was rock.
Okay.
And na
Fifi
Kweti walk front row nti ansa na mefra akọ ne honom na me we ne say na no see hweme ni no. Amanyo sem na ye. Ininim ye ho. Before and after politics, we have relationship.
That's right.
Meet me, Dr. Omane Boama. WhatsApp chat at the actual. And Obia or share presidential declaration in 2024. Our EC office Obia no. He was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, to one of us, a man here, Kafin and Otro president speech.
Oh, I see.
A honum na
and an
Otro.
Wow.
So one Afin declaration.
Maybe to tum.
Into a honum na Otro president, then candidate Mahama speech. No reading and
okay. Or principal occupy high office of the land. You must get people who will be able to work strongly for you. Nti nebusua hwere ade pa Ghana nso hwere ade mini kan about IPAC say ofa obi a oye director of IT of a particular political party otumi gina ho say mehwe say even before EC would declare no ebenya results in collaboration with mini abema Yaira Koku Tanko Rashid computer ejuma mo boy video scrap until before EC would declare now or Chair Mahama was strong room ho. The NDC has lost a great man. Bibi say oba NDC mo. One particular young man most of us look up to Murtala Mohammed. Esan say utie any political communication or communicating with passion. And or you be a or Kassaut Mo say he speaks with facts. Into share the political life. One of the MPs in Parliament will lose Wasan Kwaba with the deputy minister. Asambe minister.
He started off as a communicator.
Yes. And we share the education trajectory as a teacher, entered politics, did business and what have you. I think it's very sad.
Nanu ya no born PhD.
Nanu ya no born PhD. Na order Professor Jampo Krasi so no ne supervisor. Na the Honorable Alhaji Muniru Muhammad. And also I think was serving as a Greek minister in the previous government.
Deputy
Agric minister. Also play role as acting deputy national secretary, security coordinator. Now also share Dr. Samuel Sapon, the NDC current vice chair. And the NDC, a former parliamentary candidate for Obuasi East. Apart from that, so 3 of military people are Asamatu Omona. The American said it raises concerns about your safety for political appointees and high-profile people. First of all, Assembly CN we have no business in raising concerns. Maybe there may be some foul play and say negligence or maybe. But I believe it was the military high command, the government of Ghana, a serious investigation about this matter.
Okay.
As I say, some man for some and so secured in crisscrossing the country to ensure say adia because Ghana for na idea sebe enya de papa. And in my initial comment, what I was saying is Ghana share na yine my ho yako. And so the immediate family of these 8 people no omon shedding. Yes, and say nimpa ebe free mu in such a bizarre manner. Say we can't even identify the people. Ebe mu omashi beyond recognition. Omon identify mu so no she omashi ne de enya de a sebe ya de papa. Meka de bia say Bibi, the future we are struggling to build. There is a possibility that we have no space in that future.
Very profound.
Yes, the future you are struggling to build, no. As to whether you be part of that future, you don't know. And menka say yenji any excessively, but if you have the chance to enjoy your life in moderation, you must enjoy, because tomorrow is never assured.
Tomorrow is never assured. Na jumedie bi koso Obuasi. The president was supposed to launch government's responsible cooperative mining and skills development program.
we ne aban initiative and they be sanitize small scale mining sector. And the president was supposed to be the one to launch this program. And Oma Defense Minister Kusina Nemu, and he went with his entourage. Menewoka say the new Patriotic Party has issued a statement. Joyce, if the statement is ready, we'll share with our viewers on Facebook.
Okay, so we find stand use and trip with President Mumneko.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, President Neko trip away.
So he would have been.
Yeah, he would have been on this chopper. The president would have been.
He's engaged at Kempinski.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yes, and I know, say, yes, say, Anka or no Momukoya, they wouldn't have used this chopper.
This one right now. Oh, okay. Okay.
So, it's all well and
the new Patriotic Party is reeling with sorrow and grief following the tragic crash of a military helicopter that claimed the lives of all 8 persons on board. Their passing is not only a devastating blow to their families, but also a profound loss to the entire nation they worked to protect and build. We extend our deepest and most heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. No words can truly capture the anguish of this moment. We pray that the Almighty God grants them comfort and strength during this excruciatingly difficult period. We call for a thorough, transparent, and swift investigation into the cause of the crash. The dignity of the lives lost demands answers and accountability to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. In this time of grief, we call on all Ghanaians to come together in unity, prayer, and compassion. Let us stand with the families left behind. Let us console and strengthen one another. May the souls of these 8 heroes rest in perfect peace until the last day of resurrection, when we shall meet again. Signed, Justin Kodua Frimpong, General Secretary, the New Patriotic Party. Kamaldeen, on this note, me bow.
Bibi, this is a sad moment.
Yes.
Absolutely, because Kikana enipa edi sorry and only to be hit by this news, you know, not easy.
Yeah.
In fact, initially, me starting Husanyamano, I thought it was one of those hooks going to be. And we share news na but it was only Omaniboama and only for us to see subsequently say beyond Omaniboama. And me as a Muslim sitting here, my faith tells me that we don't put settings into certain beliefs, say Ebiana Bibi and Etuno. Me grounding this based on Quran chapter 3 verse 145. Or see, and no soul can die except by Allah's permission at a decree determined.
Okay.
So Osamba Quran chapter 3 verse 185 or say every soul will taste death. Now the bottom line is that death is inevitable. But the people involved and the ages involved.
And
good. And no nema eya. Yenina Nancy na eti say Daddy Lumbe free mo. Ya. But
yes.
But Daddy Lumba then or hospital. Some of the them I believe say nipa bia say nyame ma option to choose the way you won't choose this. So this is sometimes the trauma of death, no. They said okay, the nature na a see.
Yes.
So it me odawa. In fact, it be more more psychological way. At this point in Nigeria, and as an matured.
Yeah.
They're not just not. They would because they say to me this kind of things end term Crawford because of internet.
Yeah.
And if they are only matured beyond maybe a 10 thereabout, they don't know. And how are they going to be able to accept something like this? That is where the whole thing very worrisome. Now,
we know say their homes are full of people. Dr. Manibuame's home is inundated with visitors, people crying. Nkwadano ofia mean Alaji Mutala fie, so we are told say a honsu nipa kogu ho, and obi oye involved in this accident, ni fie by now. Yeah,
because in this case, in our African setting, idea ebe yakwane say we busi new untimi nya body no. Look, it's something. But they've bent beyond way. But recognition. Let's even grant science are advancing to a where you can even identify because it may assume body DNA, those kind of things. No. But to what end?
What share we?
We because we don't believe in cremation. Because Honorable Mutalani, a couple of them now,
Muslims.
Yeah. If Anketminia body by now, I believe Ankebia flying to Tamala, now they would have allowed, say, a baby or more based on your tradition with speed up things. And even Omanibo among other things, maybe Ankamu didn't be free for bed. But in this case, what are you going to decide on? Are you going to start funeral? A very difficult thing, seriously speaking. And another aspect among for a call for investigation is look, when it comes to aviation, you don't even have the choice for investigation. They do it because aviation is the safest means of transportation. Now, I think general areas is something like that. In the aviation sector, and to say car accident, no, they would like to know the cost. No, they are improving system. And to say we are DSTV, they have this program, aircraft investigations. If it means says our airlines no background, they are normal grounded, so that they will be able to resolve the problems before. You see, me 2023, me call Hajj. They had to fly us from your friend is saying Bismark to Tamale, so that Yabeka could join the last flight from Tamale. In fact, I don't know whether for security reasons I can see. Not almost aircraft now yet name.
When you're comfortable.
No.
Local flights.
No.
Most of them.
No, when they Air Force,
Air Force
they
plane.
took us through
I am Air Force plane there.
And I couldn't imagine how our men in uniform will be served. In many countries, they will dispose of these things quickly.
Yeah.
But I don't know share.
Honestly speaking, Air Force for fleet in the I am real.
Yeah. I think this should be a wake-up call. They should ground a lot of them. They have to. I was buying crap for ABR. No, me feel say be a way ministers involved. Maybe a was certain kind of improved way, but pen me meeting money there. No, I wouldn't. I don't. Until Emma, I dare we see then I had that reflection. Until BB, where the Yabema Ibusian for Yako and Yenina as youth, you can say your colleague because these are our elder brothers.
Yeah.
They are not our fathers. They are not our grandfathers. I'll go age-wise, that they are our brothers. Looking at them, no, you are inspired because whether you like it or not, people from both political parties who see radio stations, there are someone they are talking, you pick notes. You want to hear them speak. Sometimes you have radio, Sukra, you cause a binum Facebook page inside them. What have they said? How are you going to improve it? How are you going to that kind of you follow it. This is Mutala like this, very eloquent. I remember I used to listen to him on Alaji, right? That program. Very eloquent. I follow him at a point. Now, even last week, when I catch you, say, Omani ni speech I improve because first now say Ostama chance here said that. So this were promising youth in terms of politics. You could say the next 20 years ahead of them, they could still move because I don't think any of them will cross 50. I don't think they should be late 40s, Bisa.
Omani more than 50.
Murtala will be 50 in August.
Okay.
Omani in his early 50s.
Early 50s. So, ufa even Omani Mukra, even politics in the next 10 years.
Dr. Samuel Sapon is Alaji Muniru Sukonenim.
I'm just using these two. But other ones in the mention the name.
And even the former parliamentary candidate in also very young.
So very no more promising future. Because I believe so Omani penny age na mo catch him say ono so be pese before NDC be serve or be free no ono so be mental nkrophobia at this time that kind of things akatisho there are people I appoint to omo almost source of livelihood abegina almost so now they are just gone unannounced and they say nipa na start yaribi na you are beginning to take measures say boss and say no sudden me kwaba and that was it
yaribi
nothing. And Africa, when we say in Nipokrawa, the first question we say, no, because you don't normally come to terms that or to work will do. It doesn't add up. And then that science are advancing. And as a first, in certain communities, young people like this, when they die, people wouldn't come to terms say a natural death. They want to associate certain things to that kind of thing. So, you may be for Yako, and just as we said, no death there. In the Quran, it says, do not think, say, those who strive in the way of Allah are dead. They are there in with Allah receiving their recompensation, another compensation. What it means is that the kind of works now in Nipanu the physical body there is gone, but with Allah the souls are still kept well and good.
With Allah the souls are kept well and good. Naturally, MP before issue statements and initial look I said, may I fear any see investigations but the party is calling for an investigation, a very detailed one and a swift one. Omunya yang Kenyan tem na yentimi hunu exactly what really went on. How do you take that?
It's a ban issue of death. Apart from the fact say your football bring you together and other national events, a ban owu sema we come together as a unit or one. Into the release by MPP Secretary, Justin Frimpong Kodia, I think is the right call. So the biggest opposition party issued statement trying to bring words of consolation to the family, the party, and the government. I think asking for swift investigation, we know we are doing. It's answer Alaji Sukai. So a ban aviation circles it is the safest, transport mode. And it's a bit touchy man. Now I will say a share the touchy man. It's answer there are several of these aircraft ministers, government officials will be using. And I want him say even sometimes will be very seriously. It means using military aircraft to transport almost from maybe small towns to Accra and big cities. And I think that's a right call. A right call sounds to be if you show me who said there was any foul player, we should be able to fish those people out. So foul play because so now you're investigating them and so on. The tendency of it happening again is there. And I think it's a right call. And also, Alaji Samboso, you see, Adebia a bit to me, a cut or life short, no. You share it to us here, preoccuped. You see, meaning I don't believe so much in using domestic airlines. And yet because of anything, no, but I feel say the first experience I had, no, I wasn't comfortable. And say, say there are some incidents, any issue that may happen, you have to avoid it. That's my personal belief. And see, mostly I tell my friends, why not go earlier? Why not go a day or two earlier? Menka say, and you're right. But my first experience, airline mupana show deal. Now, I said, almost landing crash. Sometimes, you know, the landing, we make my show. And see, for example, who any health condition like heart problem, and a BP, it may rise and you may even die. And I think, say, advanced countries, now they have these advanced airlines that are safety friendlier. why should we as a country so yen so your life hu hia ye no sebi ade a betumi eku no yen hwen so ano. And I think say the president himself should do an audit of all the military aircrafts. And much in the same way, the transport minister should also call all airlines or more operating domestic flights in this country. Say, on board. Say, planes na mo. Let's do some audit on them to see say, if there are any defects. I am correct and say, Nipa life ni envendi grow. And in as much as the safest means of transport, you know, when accident happens with aircraft, it is the most deadliest.
Yeah.
As I said, you may actually have a serious crisis. And I believe that, say, you do a life. We must do A, B, C, D to be able to have a safe, living. Having the investigation is very important. And I think the MPP, led by their General Secretary, they have exhibited maturity and serious, political civilization by issuing this statement. Even the NDC hasn't done so yet because on their it's expected. But for the MPP to be swift in doing so, I think is very, very important. Alaji can be off air. And I think we need to make this particular thing clear. And as I could be free, I was speaking to some party people in my constituency, Ablekuma Central, and I said, NSC Akumi is barely 1 year in Parliament. 6 months, 7 months. And let's see the harrowing experiences of Okumu. First day in Parliament, how he was humiliated, court cases here and there. Only 1 year. Now we're free more.
If I went this 6 months.
Thank you. The only way to even compensate his family, his bigger political family, is to say there shouldn't be any by-election. But you see, the law doesn't permit that.
Exactly.
And Professor H. Prempenny, other people on the Constitutional Review Committee, because you see, we are human beings first. Emotions are there. And emotions are bad, sorrowful emotions are bad with his family, with his party, and compensate him. Nothing can bring him back. But the compensation should be that no by-election there. Within the bigger family of the MPP, I think it will help. Now, saving the country all this stress. Say, it's here by-election. It is a cost to the state.
But then also be proposed there, then there must be some caveats.
You see,
because you see, you were a new one kind of the by-election.
Thank you.
Obi timi cross carpet. Obi timi resign from the party. Ti say one when now kwaye mra bi sa then
no crowd the bibi
it may apply to Obi a
you say no, it's not supposed to be a banter conversation.
No.
Let me finish. So Okasa enye juma trying to debunk completely what I'm saying, it doesn't really sit well with me. No, please. I am calling for the fact, sir.
He has made
there is a constitutional review. You see, every law must have more or less like an outlet. No law is cast in stone. And you see, people can cross carpet. That may warrant a by-election.
But say you would.
Thank you. Unfortunate. It's different completely.
Sickness, you can still go.
Thank you. And you see, anybody who tells you say Enye Jumano is not thinking deep about the issue.
In the event of
eventuality which involves emotions like this. Look at Tamale Central right now.
You say another by-election.
There'll be a by-elections. And you see, there is no cross-carpeting here. This unfortunate bad incident is, it is an emotional issue. And I'm only bringing that in to save the country costs. And secondly, look at the by-election at Ablekuma North. I was there.
That was a rerun.
A rerun, sorry. Look at the rerun that happened there. So thank you very much. And look at the emotions that were so high. I'm not comparing that to death and those things, but you see, when these things happen and political parties are involved, there is emotions in there. Into what I'm saying is, Emrano Maho Kwansi and to make catch him, no, the Lord doesn't allow that into Yanko. But I think, we should do a deeper introspection.
Okay.
Why do you think, it is this constitution from 92 It has been able to stand the test of time for almost 30-something years. But from Prof. No's time, Nana Akufo-Addo time, they are thinking about review, which means there are some defects. Into Yesha, that can also be factored in. Esan say, if this incident happened this way, and emotions are high, you can at least compensate the emotions a bit. It may not bring the person back by Bebwa. Into MPP release in there, I think it is a good step. They must be commended. And that shows, apart from political parties, we are Ghanaians first.
Jerry, I remember where now the new patriotic party issue statement. We saw the general secretary of LPG. As somebody by any change, maybe monam kwanso amusumo mo release.
Oh, it's already out.
Oh, anyone share with me?
I haven't received it yet.
Okay,
but it was signed by me.
So, now general secretary, what sign statement?
It's out there.
Who is signed? My sign.
And this is how come.
Oh my yeah, it was on the machine, but it hasn't been sent on my phone. Now paper is
No, but you said it's already out there.
You said it's out there.
Yeah.
So since how come reading now, I don't have what I read.
You haven't got to read it.
Once it's been out there,
you get a copy and then read.
Now, how come so? Where are we owner of the statement?
You don't have a copy.
Is it a party or a personal thing?
No, you are the general secretary.
It has been done by my secretary.
Bibi, you the two so say MPP no. Eh bia we reading na me hu niam bia emfa. Na me chat general say no say enya ono no release statement.
Serious thing.
It will be a serious indictment.
They have to show it.
Sometimes you might not even be the one to write.
Listen, I do not write. Mena mama or masa better maduma.
Money church.
I didn't want to even share this. And I don't want to even go.
It's a political party. We should a statement of yours.
Gone into it, so let's finish.
Let me pay Busa MPP diaba na mo de and I say
and I say e wo abonte
also what sign
on sabeka
I was wondering say
me want to say me catch na me catch ni obi kasa of on so letters ni me no nyina me ma me phone.
I was probably distracted by the conversation. I wasn't paying attention.
Niema mienu na me ankasa na masign ni mienu nyina. One is the nomination of the candidate Atakwetia. And the tribute to Omadi Party. Intinimienu dia mema ye ho adwuma. I was a nipa na ono ye media person e wo me office no. Ono na was so share no dey me copy man. I was
what is statement?
Yes, me am hwe ade na ma sign. Intine he is supposed to put it on the machine and then blast it. Enya de amaye. So un kire me dia. Me say sia ba bia me free ameba yi. Me ne o general secretary e wo honom na release yi ba abontin. Are you telling me say ono na
you see point na me raising say so we general secretary. It doesn't mean a statement.
Every cry. What wrong with now? What is our general secretary?
But we are give it to you to read.
And I don't know. I was a document
statement.
Me and my sign on paper.
Well, I answer now the man. Because Busa now say what sign? Now who sanka what the? And I mean Busa say no be a what sign statement.
What you say no? It's a see I'm a friend nipa.
Yeah.
Ebisa no. Say letters ni me no nyina na me hwe ni. Say wo pese me yeah.
No, there's no need.
I will say
there is
no share with
you.
I just wanted to project statement.
Letters are me yeah you know. Mensa enkan. And na matro no hanu. And he's in charge of that duty.
So officially the statement is out there.
It's out.
Okay, so
now I can say or ebikra me enya there.
In your statement now, we are yet to see, more calling for investigations.
Oh no, maybe too early.
Okay.
Say, a Juma, and now the ICCC yawdie bebree wɔ mu mɛka kyerɛ mo sɛ me na me ne MPP General Secretary ne wura Hussein obiara mpo megye di sɛ ɔma ne bo ama yere koraa ɛwerɛ ho saa because he nearly wept ɔsɛ ɛyɛ ne ya sɛ biribi sei asi nti nkɔmmɔ a na yɛdi koraa no na ɛnyɛ
akɔfa baabi foforɔ
ɛnenam wɔn de amakyerɛ no nti no yɛwɔ nipa ne nipa relationship ana ansa na efi ɔkyena ɛkɔ no ɛna yɛba bɛbisa deɛ esi yɛ a ɛma biribi sei ɛkɔɔ so ebi a na yɛ natural afidie bi ɛna ɛho to ɛte kyema anaasɛ ɛno afei na ayifoɔ no military foɔ no yɛbɛkɔ akɔ bisa wɔn ayi so wɔn de wɔn statement wɔn de baayɛ ano sɛ wɔn aircraft ayera nti afei na yɛbɛkɔ akɔ bisa mu amsa na wɔn akyerɛ sɛ ebi a gɔndɔn pin na etu yɛ anaasɛ pilot ne two bae nti no sɛ wɔn anka biribiara ɛte saa ɛna ne yɛyɛ kɔ akɔ bisa wɔn ne aka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ monka ahwɛ nkyerɛ yɛn ne yɛntena sɛ ma yɛn mpanimfoɔ sei ntɔ wɔ abere a monyɛ nhwehwɛmu sɛ pilot ne two ba ɛna ɔde akɔhwɛ hɔ nom a wokɔyɛ investigation ne sɛn ara na ayɛ yi wɔn de amakyerɛ no ɛno ɛkyerɛ sɛ biribi na asi.
So for say too early to call for an investigation.
Too early. We don't even know what happened.
Is that not why an investigation is needed?
I know, and I make us say, I know, I can say, a Jumaku, and I Jumana almost any problem. No, security on this. I do obey. Into obey dada. Into you calling for, and as you not calling for, no, will not make any difference. Sesiano, let's mourn.
Okay.
Sesiano, there are brothers who have just. Ended their life and circumstances of women. We don't even know the recognitions of there people are just bent. Or more nankasa naze kana say.
Omonkasa mpo.
Say we na ewu ana say we na ewu.
Please share some of the footages with us as we have this conversation.
Mama yensusum prayer ho. Na ye morning omo a adeɛ nkyɛn koraa ɛne aka sɛ investigation no deɛ ɛyɛ dan a sɛ obi ɛna ɛhyɛ akyire sɛ obi na ayɛ sei sɛ dɛn na asi ɛyɛ dan a we will go into it ɛne ɛbɛ dive deep paa akɔ akɔhwɛ.
To the extent that we've seen similar crashes yɛn hunu and a video na me yi sisi ano ɛyɛ crash site or eyewitnesses are telling us say ejana wuhu no enye plane party ni bi na ehye
nipa until for them to burn like that no
nipa na ehye sa
say enye bibi say gas o say den na awura wo mo say den I mean pathetic pathetic
so ti chopper no enu ni Z9 no say na Z9 etie
Bibi, we more
and the eyewitnesses are telling us, many reporter kasa Chromo for no, who say play no a baffom. Tomuda might be saying, Grass for whom play not bang to be a poor good dear chile, hebia and a
multi-crown, yes, almost funny pen.
Nipan that was I know. And now almost say a quashidium tear to do an ancasa to her. A she do any muno and a jatomu. And they say, into when I say, before our mobile ship or Namunim say a Samoaba. I'm just imagining the emotions between Munim Samokoshi from and the Mokosho who jatomu. A prepare mu bedie some person mu pie. So nobody wants to go through this.
Mame fa am say Ghana nkasa.
Yeah.
Ye de name e di agro. Ene ye de ye bibia ye politics. Fiade we ye asi. Efi china ne na de chie kon. Nkomo no bese sakura. Sabre yan ye ti akura ye ni ebobo.
Se krobi hunu no kra wo baabi.
Sesi a koko afumu ne ekosi ya obi bedane asem ne kura se na omo bedada ye na enam so ma plane ne deɛ ɔmo akɔhwɛ wɔ no mo
Alhaji Muniru
yɛn suban ankasa no politics asɛe no na nka wofiri ha no mo kɔ ɔboase a ka wofa chop asɛe ɛkwan yi yɛnyɛ ne dɛn yɛnyɛ nipa dɛn na nipa atumi ahwɛ ama yɛayɛ yɛ akwan de ama yɛn.
Oh, Sanka Chopper Dianka, the road may be good, but you see, Kwabantem, because other programs are very but even if the road is good, Kabesh from a Besham.
Let's say Kakran, the rich win.
The American name say Munyan ente masi.
Chirimuye.
The Ampesa Michelin say. Na Minu Kumai NDC Nino.
Your friend on nurturing.
I deal with them to me.
And the other way, they appear wedding.
No idea. LPG man. They are my person. Me say. Also, be too quiet and can't content. Say.
Can't avoid the plane. Is
yeah. Wa crowd drive fast wa. Wanije. Baby, I'm a team crew for frozen. Me drive from Virginia, Ekwa Juma, DC, Debia. Quantintin. But quite near Ninti, Anopa, Missimu of Virginia.
Bedtime bang.
Bear to say 5 a.m. Bear 5, because we started Juma 7.
Okay.
In 5 na my tuto ma emo be to say 6:50 na my drew DC kwai na wa papa nso kwai na ye unko bopo to obi
e okobi nso
na da bi obi a ni de odi wachi no o ye lose ada o slow down no e bo pin say
obi a pente
obi a de achi obi a enam kwai na so ko na kwai na achiche aye from DC to Virginia, no. You won't crew be even your son was state back Maryland. Inti say free, cross, but a quite near. How much more free has a call boasia? A quite ninty minister be fast because of Frosro and not what they are called. Nka kwani ya hane ya 2-3 hours ubekwa basisi ya my drive from Virginia ako New York 6 hours 6 hours no one more port to mu baby
traffic bi ankwisi
traffic dey say kwani dru baby ebi ekwa kusia baby
say nya konongo di ni bi
dabi
me ka traffic a me ka enyinam ne konongo
traffic sometimes they say no pass ya ye kwa adwuma no no traffic in 6 lane and I say 4 lane no ekura no traffic was cars in ebobo so but if drew baby na flow drew baby and out to me one of the ya na ebo anso ye sa easy pass no kind be express inti no say kakra wo ho dia na what you na near pa express crash sometimes traffic kakra ti me ba so inti no yan dwene sene be ya be ye kwan no hwepoku ase ha no nsu to na nsa ne ne hwesenia it's an ISO
contractor ni site to
say contractor no say why den there should be supervisors or more CC or be supervisor. I'm a Jumana Koso. Young Cassie, a try order to be a quaco via and sana Yakoso. Ye nipana yena ye bre. And a nipana or ye dear Jumana man, so be yes on ye. Yena ye bre. And a yeni akofani pan to say on ye Jumana. And I saw by a Jumana. No man in Nisika, no, 12 Jumana so. Ghana, a Jumaya demano. Dudu na yaksi ya mana adwuma wajiska wadi wanye nipa na dika ya adwuma raise certificate e de aba ode ba ya no ntua neka no asan the certificate for aba ni nyina abosen o no de aba akwaje bosen wa bank No raise certificate. But it's a 3. Na ni nyina be choki. Na bank gina ne so. Onye sika mfanti. Osa ko first kana we info bi mu no de aba beto aso. Na ban ti wonom say oye audit. Inti na yen na ye temamufo na yen yatua ye tax no. Yen sofa because I buy 3 months.
Ya kwan yen ni ye. Ye be yen so a e cha ansa ne aye.
Just wudwene
railway so aye nya ya adwene se ye. Because anka the fastest to Obuasi would have been railway.
Bibi. And also e de adwadie e kosoro. E kire say ye were real cry from Hanum e de kwa. E de real no.
You be jina baby.
Executive.
Oh yes, coaches, of course. There'll be VIP coaches within.
Yes. Just odwene ye ho a wonti ase. Ni nyina ne aye na MPP. Ni nyina ne aye na NDC. Na nipa ebre. Na nipa ewu. Nti da ban ene ya bedwene say nipa.
Kamadi na come bi. Remember.
I think LPG secretary try to divert the issue in a way. The bottom line of Asama here cannot to do with investigation. And I said, when it comes to aircraft, aviation, definitely, whether these choppers, you be part of this aviation, international aviation with standard. Because I think a month or so, me who said Foreign Affairs Minister Ablakwa issued a statement where they've sought permission from Mali, Senegal, those areas, not all. I think he used one of these military wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, or the core.
Because or fly military crafts at their command for Frossoa, obey here special permit.
Yes. So they released that, I think, Senegal, Mali, some 3 or 4 African countries. At the entire investigation,
or fly choppers,
one of the military aircraft, because that was. Oh, you can Google on. You see.
I'm not doubting you, but I'm looking at.
So my name was Mankasaba, aircraft. Why you complaints?
Oh,
if you have not heard him, why you complain? I say, and where you say no, why you complain? Even the presidential jet,
says grounded.
I am surprised they are still using them.
So, maybe I'm still talking about the investigation. Why it is still there. Flight made the call Saudi and other ones, international ones now. A woman meet me use, especially the Saudi one because of pilgrims. Near fire from Tamalin, it me funny 600 and something.
Okay.
So if the safety is not assured, not this singular aircraft, any accident, how many VIP or OA buses will you compare to?
No.
That is why in many countries, they identify certain mistake, and I want to renew aviation license also. They won't allow you enter their airspace. When it comes to things like this, and yes, in Siwo, I think the former Iranian president, BBC Yana, minister helicopter is a plane and on the crash. But you see, the reason why aviation sector no BB, I don't know, they are the crash site. They are there. So this is not something the Ghana government can choose to accept or not. And aircraft, so BB, are there who cause of crash? They have what they call the black box. And no accident in this year, a crash in this year,
a recorded
BBR, so they go looking for it. Now, I watched one aircraft investigation with DSTV. Play no SCS, but they pick the pieces. There are certain things they need the components. And sometimes it means some of these Asian countries, they call Canadian or American investigators to come. So you see, when you narrow the whole thing to road in just that kind of investigation, because who you see road there, and the US now one a lot of cars now ever higher ton garage, salvage cars, accident cars. All grand accident in crash baby. Even though they have good roads, no name ebimu tiaso. The next two this is it crash barriers also.
Orchestrated. Almost just to just to skew system.
We allow you respectfully.
You're mentioning me and you are saying some me divert assembly. But the people also said that car no
point to
they will not pay the charges at the port.
Point to all me.
All right. So Bibi, say me share na me de make a copy ma. Accident na e any accident.
Say you who say what share that any accident.
No, that is different.
You say
a lot of the cars now you're from US, even though they have good roads. The kind of accidents I see on highways, and now say a car accident, and so to me cracker, normal car to me fail brake, and I be bit busy. Last me share about could be man who drive or all of a sudden and I'm say stroke or so something like or the copy me. And no more
the beba Ghana near baby.
Another accident. You see when we say accident, man using your musha. No musha that they say intentional. And there are two crana. There was snowball effect. Obi car to me be pimna, other ones in the pim kosa mebuana. So this is something we are calling for. It's not out of place. Because and yet the kind of
I think so Jerry when dismissing the call for investigation. His point is that the timing
So in aircraft aviation, it has nothing to do with time. In fact, say a foreign country by this anchor. Investigators were
indeed a soldier phone have been there. Bodies,
and baby, when idea a hospital said you move free. I was for bet marker say autopsy among per se you be reveal near AC. Where it has to do with air safety. So you don't have the laxity of it, say whether you're in train kakra ni sa nyamanya. Say Air Force in this capacity now. By this I must start air contact US for in other people. Because you are doing it to protect the lives of other future occurrence. That's the bottom line. And sometimes basically the whole year until say aircraft crash aircraft baku mienu yeti say crash ehun ebe wiase because you were Emirates flight bi a people cry to say story building wure mu a baku bi a madam for be all describe me o say owure mu no obeka say story building
top and down
kind of what is it. So if a faster kind of number of people not ensure safety I don't think anybody will allow that. I want to believe that who call US no because of safety. There are certain flights who omuma discount ground to them. Maybe one who to them because omu recording there's an airline I mean to me body. They call me the airline who call Senegal. The first time you were airline, it look like a trotro seat not way those kind and let me say where the higher number to me down and I'm crossing other places. If the my party is calling for an investigation, it is only in order for government. Government can. I'll repeat. Government cannot even choose not to, because baby now got aircraft no, helicopter no, or chopper no. They want to know the cost and improve on the subsequent ones. And yes, anything that some of the things part of the sale conditions no. Catcher said they will maintain it for maybe 5 years or 10 years till they train your own people to be able because technology might even require say every year bring it for service in this no. So then way investigation now it's not about say because of your won't a car accident then they say police for to police way nobody cares about whether a brake failure or nobody cares but in this case, I beg you, we have to go into it because the people also involved in the crown. They said the way we cannot allude it to say Abia and Obina, say a poison, and Obina, your aircraft now crashing. But what has caused it? It might even be Abia, some minute fault be and come back to resolve it before aircraft. EVD and LUD pilot. What I say. So the black box here will tell us whatever because once I was starting to say, who fault be. You start communicating and understand.
Because where armed forces for statement no the buy na almost say Z9 no IRA from their radar.
Okay.
So one of the questions I asked myself when they said, at what point ena omu enhunu machine on the radar? Because normally before a crash, the pilots communicate with base. Mayday, ABI engine back fairly. pay emergency landing. I'm looking for the next available place. They communicate something.
Bibi,
in Tomoka say Ira from their radar no. Nami Busa say was it at the point at the end crash ya omuhunu radar no so. And I say a moments before the crash no man who radar no so. I mean can't be Busa say because I am interested in whatever the pilot might have relayed to the base before the crash.
Okay, so Bibi, when say me catch you say yeah, me share aircraft investigation. Sanya mo we nyina. Omo investigation na, omo kire baby a omo cardinal say omo odin bi omo man in the aviation way. Baby a airline no free omo radar so omo hu. So they try communicating. Hwa ena enu so enye won. O ka Malaysian aircraft to be right till date. It's not been seen.
Yeah.
So it happens. Bakubia, you see, from India to Echo UK. Now say a month or so ago.
2 months ago.
And also, Bibisa, Echo at a point to know. Say be sisana. Sometimes you cry. Near me share what DSTV. It me free raid and also a bit me free raid at a point then it comes back. So maybe a technological
they are not networking in your strong.
And and a free radar no now back. Then later it goes off and the next thing they will hear about when you say another country I can say there's this airline kind of. So because Ebinu want to say almost kono at a point other people take over that kind of. So aviation this and when in now investigation and a catcher Mr. President maybe this that a chopper no crano. Ebia the last time we had service, I check. So ebia na oil leakage be and a BB. So through the black box, they said that then they are able to retrieve it, and it's the first thing the investigators take, and they are able to tell because for flights, crash said they TBR through the talking in the because ebia time idea no AC no. The minister may be asking, maybe what's the problem? Is that you'll be communicating to them? Maybe I'm finding difficulty with my landing gear or my this, that. So they will get to know, say, oh, be a way in a lady. So the nation should let an investigation be carried out and they should make it public. Because for investigations of such nature, you can't hide.
We have seen some crashes, and then I have reminded our people of the helicopter crash in Kwawu Mountains in Usua, it claimed the lives of 3 neurosurgeons. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Emma, they were the only experts we had at the time.
About 3 of them.
About 3 of them. Subsequently, we've trained more neurosurgeons, and we have a good number of them. You name what happened. There is no official report. Actually, it was a mechanical fault or bad weather or a human error. Say pilot in we've also seen
Jerry.
We've also seen some crashes involving commercial airlines. I mean, Bakuna, sa Nigerian cargo plane bina, a Nigerian cargo plane, but the pilot was a Nigerian.
Okay.
Ebeshiwo aviation.
37.
Elwak. And later we got to understand, say he overshot his runway and all of that. But we are dealing with the military, which ordinarily would not share some of these investigations with the public. They may use it for their internal aid. But to the extent that public officers are involved, Nitrin, would you recommend, say, Sadie, in the public interest and not just limited to military for
Bibi, may I say? I think, sir, Bibiara a bit me a safeguarding a safety we should do it. And it's an investigation also. There are civilians involved. Ministers of state and other government appointees are civilians. I believe that information about public now it will jeopardize the security safety of the military. Advice to be given to the president or anybody who will be in charge.
Okay.
So possible, sir, the families of the deceased civilians are supposed to do in Yemen course they are supposed to know. But the fact is that I was see a channel from this particular angle, say, share they saw future crashes. That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because Sebe, the 8 people who are deceased now, no, if you give their families all the information they need as to how the plane crashed, it won't bring them back. That is a fact.
It may even worsen their plight.
Thank you. You see, the Emudi no Mundin court, they are can eden, ye bohoban. And the from the angle say, we'll do the thorough investigation, as Alaji mentioned, no, as quickly as possible. As I say, meaning say, several government appointees and ministers, they have different appointments.
Yeah.
Memfan say, and yes, we are mourning. Programs will go on tomorrow, Friday, and the weeks that are coming.
Yeah.
And who say, if these are the issues, we should be able to solve it to ensure the safety of our flights. Maybe secondly, I think that share issue and na a create excessive fear in the system. It may affect so many things. First of all, government business may suffer. Say me a minister at this particular material moment, same way here. I will not prefer to use any chopper at the moment. I won't prefer. No matter the assurance you give me, I will not prefer because
and no matter how late I am to the program.
Thank you. It is better to be late than to be sorry. Say me could do all late in Pony media. I have my life. I can still come back, put the pieces together and live my life. And I think that any minister who believes or drink the bush, it's not only you alone. And you must think deep. And the investigation needs to go on for us, at least if it is even disclosed to some high-ranking officials in the military and government, for them to be assured, say, you have problem, no? Yaswano, and your fears are allayed. Say, nobody will be willing to sit in their choppers anymore. Secondly, our productivity will be affected. It's as ministers flying around, and yet just for the fun of it. To ensure, say,
but
without even cut you, who raised about the local flight?
I
think the last time it's Sadiq Adams, we not complaining about. I think Bibi idea when serve as a wake up call.
Thank you.
The local ones near call Kumasini fine people when people can they tell you say Charlie, it's better sometimes to even take the bus down. Meanwhile, look at the amount of money they take.
Mene okateche free fa etna play mu from Kotokane Kukumase.
Yeah.
Bra. 45 minutes in one. They it say 2 hours, mommy.
Oh, so our local flights in there. Ebi home. Asia. Seat in
the first time if I airland then Bibi, I felt as if
Nana brought him in chain. What Krana Premium say ya.
You see, Bibi, and yet sometimes comfort is very important, but the comfort that will kill you. It is better you stay in your discomfort zone.
That's right.
And see, let me come about productivity decreasing. And I say sometimes most of these ministers, it's not for the fun of it. It was also a band temper signed document. If I say launch program beyond until we are doing all these things to bring down the stress. Now a Jumana Kosuye. Until on that particular vein, the investigation must go on. And thirdly, you see, Bibi, you see, young Shannon from the fact say, oh,
bra.
You see, look at this particular people who are dead. Most of them are breadwinners of their family. Most of them.
They are. It's not most of them.
All of them.
All of them. Because that because maybe you may have a wife who is also a corporate person. But the fact is that Yenshe are incredible true. From now to the end of their life. It is not easy. Yenshe na bibi, Yenshe na Yenso we munano. Yanso ano sa it is going to affect government business. If government business is affected, the country will suffer in the end. In the Bismark KBM say, "End the ya concern na."
We already about real
lines. We need to invest in rail lines. So
if our rail sector is effective, I believe some of these Nkrofa airlines
why not? Why are they then?
Metina rail from Istanbul to Ankara overnight.
You had that experience too.
Yeah. You get to know say Charlie. And now, maybe a more airline is it Pegasus or something like that?
Yeah, Pegasus. Yeah.
Internal, yeah, the Baha, yeah, the international flights.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, internal flight, the kind of safety, how clean the airline is serving internal flights.
We flew Pegasus from Istanbul to Ankara, and they did train back from Ankara to Istanbul.
Yo,
Charlie, the experience.
I'm happy you are collaborating.
The experience.
Charlie,
Bibi, America has a major.
Charlie, Drew country. Ghana, Charlie, Bibi, any is you.
Na train now with Timu, na sort of demo.
What the
me can book be na. I read a sentence. Very, very instructive. I say, Oba Ghana and Africa had them say, if you aswan kusiano, you're more careful than if you a cranimpa.
No crepa.
You see, if you have, let's say, a car carrying X, never need to boise. Thank you. Some better be pie.
So
why is there a mindset now quite to say, we can just waste life? You see, young fan call even public transport. So it's very terrible.
Your car, you got for over the weekend. Kenya see number 2 or so. If you have some now, baby, a miles for near distance or more water honina. But who the free tepper side of air core? You don't even see the next car in front of you. Daytime, so you can just run into another car in case the car be SL. So
it sounds like a road under construction.
Yes,
if you can construction workers. Now they are quite
good. Trust no, sir. 207 said then.
Sprinter
since I am on person will overtake you because who on foot now, aircon, they are not able to. So, or who say over, utias not tias. So, both of you are not able to see.
Competing for the road.
So, Obi Eco free when him a bar. Charlie, bad
mommy.
You see, in TCC, Bibi, I say, yet your memoir, young for safety and yashi.
I know the safety there.
You see, Argentina, Bibi, your memoir, petrol tankers, a move daytime. Timber cars and movie daytime.
The heavy traffic.
Many of them are say, okay, those advanced countries, you know, Yankaso are perfect. But I say, I'm running here to the extent say, so we are dear and family accounts or crowd through.
Yeah.
But in our country, Ghana, I quite say impunity everywhere. And this thing should be a wake up call.
Maybe I normal.
And yes, and wake up call, I say, safety very, very important.
Very,
very important.
US. Me brother catch him and say, I said, US, omu lanes no. Because when you say nipa that said it there, you have the tendency to say, and never me afa. Omu so omu bibia at the roadside. In case you tie na veer off, a bit vibrating canama, and none I will win you. I bet it. But crack must me, but Charlie Bibi.
A quina never vibrate. A crack kumasi, there's all vibrating at
the who drive it from a crack, no be Drew Kumas. No, what then
Alhamdulillah.
And Pokwasi is a me bani road from Pokwasi, no, Amasama to Yebedu in Sawan. We spent close to an hour.
And then come be young who did they, and I same way by
a road of bear. A road of bear 10 minutes, no. So if drama sama na road here pa, you should even take 10 minutes to Sawa.
Me problem ni say me how nyina was to sama sama kwan no me how nyina wo ho ne say na ye nim si enye ready a
why should we
and say sanke dwiri kwan na because there were portions of the road and kebetimi use to manage ye dwiri ni nyina gum ye dwiri ayi bujumbo yi ye dwiri ho nyina so de gum but we are not ready.
No baby me say omo ni nyina no po nya me problem. Ye one lane bi ne diverted cars ni nyina baby a wonya ready no.
Ye nya kwan ni face. Ye nya kwan ni face.
No attach ha.
Kwesi ye kosi poku ase.
Yeah.
Time ye si poku ase no ni endwiri ni aka no.
No ni endwiri ye.
Enti anka obetimi aye from poku ase to baby amasaman. Ubi a no asan ye.
Na
endwiri ni nyina egu mi wan so nya ready.
America enya ready na
omonye
before sa buying a barbecue no me were contractors are no more year juma day time and then night who said no more than can esi so year juma na nya one contractor unim say na omo person omo avoid the assisi a cost 90 no omo the my contractors were say 4
about 3 or so
no 4
right okay
or more say be mo so subcontractor inti no more pardon intem na ban se sabaye no and na ban na a hold to at the end so your investigation
is expected
inti contractors ni nyina insanka or more certificate or more raising in no matter adwuma ne so who dia a contract no bibi contract no emre bi ana atwam Ghana na your ma contract bi ana ma mobilization and no na aban sika be do ho
question me busa to that and say if that is what you're saying there me busa say as a December no more kwan so ye adwuma
yeah
as a December
so there was no cash problem
a cash problem no
so why were they there working
say the oma wa adwuma no ono wo de o certificate akoma no and a certificate no so yeah a matter of weeks and no more they are called almost system mu akoye audit ne ho ahwan no mo tua woka we me ka say weeks are just 90 days and I was say di na ya tua woka but here lies in case and say ya dey ama or raise certificate no instead of 90 days now we was sign contract it me call by to say 3-4 years now certificate back wa wo de call ni ntua wo ntie ntua wo no wo aban san twon aban na san de oka aban na ya twon no bank I be a wakoboro a wo de ye adwuma no because most of the projects pre finance wo be ye na de akono mo tia
yeah I get that I get the point but I mean me who in
between December
December no more ye adwuma
aban na sesan ye no ya no mu kasa oh ye ntua oh mo ye MPP for mo be brepa na maji musika
I think the problem with the payment
adwuma na ya Jeffrey mo nsem dia ma
in tranches
so from the roads minister
this morning
he had to talk
from
to the
contractor Sabre there is a issue of what contractors ka sikana o mo ye ya o mo ikutu and I went to one contractor
only one
just one person say
so me what I know about this rule is almost see they pay them in tranches so everyone says utu the first tranche this one can cover 4 months another 3 months after that so I was say ultimately like that so as a December year election
and me constituency omo nya ne sa asen when na sika beba
okay
ana omo ditua
I was say
ana no so kra na sa faces but when na president no any work project no no person ye ewie ansa na wako
they couldn't have because
that time na can
see the whole of 2024 kofo complain wo kwan hu sa ye kwakoto aba na ye kwakoto aba na the impression was created as if say ye pese wie kwan ntini ye nye ntem but aban no nim say there was a problem because minister fufuru bae o se wonim contractors na kasa pa omu cho say omu de omu go back to site na omu sika bi omu hia bia ha ye de be ma omu which means that as at last year December ani ekwakoto abani nyina na e kada ho a yentua omu ka
na me ka no my certificate na de akwakogu on
it is not
certificate
about,
na ye ka
so it is not
about payment
so it is not about na by dada ne penintem o penintem man ko tua aka
and na me ka no nema ne bi ho no ma omo a eye se ye be ye ne gidigidi omo a ne se omo akwa slow down because but some project we send omo si kasa wo ho no that's what up to this time. Just say,
but me, it doesn't speak well of us, crowd. Man kakraka we so stretch we. How many years?
The only thing I mean, Miss Reni say, regardless ne so far, the contractor should also know say he's dealing with human beings. Just create one lane. Not cast
create one lane with what money?
Contractor.
There we contractor.
No attach her. No attach her.
And that's how you get no contract.
Come on,
but you are
not creating inconvenience. Don't blame the contractor.
Where's the ministry?
And your contractor, you are stretch. You don't understand. When you contractor, I'm sure. Send a city. Oh yeah, Jumano. I buy. Yes. Any sector. Almost in charge and involved in they are technical people. So go baby and say they will let you remove everything.
Yeah. Okay, so why
and go back?
Why wouldn't they divert?
For you to do what they want?
Contractor, I need education.
Urban rules.
So me go.
And you don't blame the contractor.
The contractor? Some go bet me create some inner diversions. Now what we just access to.
I know now all creating. Why not this argument, man?
No, but I said before Mbe Road, if you road next to on your non in this deplorable state.
No,
they are contractor.
No,
contractor.
Video now we say road no annoy. Yes. It's feeling something me feeling.
Now tell no koto.
Come on. The Jerry can say
the portions. This road in filo. But there are certain places ayeho. Kamadin. Video no one say tipa track ewura so no.
Kamadin ma make say job.
Me ka ba ku si o sesi a.
Assess yo.
Sa kwan na me de ensuo. Me de ewura mu me salon Ford.
Be getting to Kutun side or ana
infa. Sa side on. Na me free and sawamu na neighbor.
Yeah, that area.
Me nunsuo nim say cars now CC sensor.
Yeah. Electronics na
nsuo awuram. Ade na just me corner me amakwa akoto e de aba.
Kamadin. Ye wo regulators wo ye man.
Yeah.
Say all the contractors wo nye kwan a. Onkoda. Eye was said yes so be ensure safety on the stretch na ye kwan no. A contractor na said ye. But somebody ought to ensure say or comply with sanema no. Ye ma contract to abruchi say ko yi kwan a. O sori nsesa o chippings no ne ma nkogu kwan no so block kwan ni ha o. You must come with a plan.
That's all. Na ha no mo kra
say o ye kwan no interim no dey na wo ye to ensure smooth passage.
You understand it. Everybody cry na say why adwuma no na wanya challenge no. You ahona wo san ba be tro de akoma omo say e bi a diversion ka me ye ni say e be boa. Ansa na omo aba na omo ba be hwe approve. Odi na kono
bureaucracy.
Yes. I was saying
delay whole process.
Identity contractor ye kwan. Na on water kwan so na mfuturo ba bia na ministry nu nim no omo contractor no.
So who is monitoring?
Exactly.
No, I know say omo nyo. Nipa no contractor na e be ka say every day bia for protection of public property ni ade no. I was say me water kwan no.
Say you never build it to your cost.
At the cost, ebeba, and they don't want to bear the cost.
No, but you build it into your cost.
No, but you build it. No, Bibi, I quite know. We have a weather crazily hot sometimes. In Tinebi, our project is over water 3 times a day. Water and another. Now, then futruna ebo. Also, I catch almost say, also me water 6 times instead of 3 times now. Because
if you are working, you know the seasons.
And I'm no.
If you are constructing in the dry
season, they will not agree.
They didn't come away in our banner say, Yenaya Nankaya Queen in a year. Near railway, Nanka. Metina play money at the idea, Nanki Bianca.
First, our mother. Train if free anom na akọ dane ne ho dabi no mo kosum no ma akọ dane omo no omasamba
you crack Kumasi 10 times
na
sleeper
ne drew anajo na traffic okwan so but na nti say ya shut it down ni nyina and I concentrating on ɛkwan no ɛkwan yi nso so a yɛmfa sika no enough nkɔ ho nkɔte yɛn nsa mfa mfiri ho ɛno ne excuse me ɛhaw a yɛwɔ mu sisi a nti government adwuma a wɔyɛ no sɛnka ɔde adwuma no ɛmma ɛna wɔdi akyire na ka biara ba no a ɔgye tum ɔgye ka foforɔ bi a ɔba biara tum ɛgye hyɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ ne yie a anaasɛ ɔbɛtua ka foforɔ no a ɛba no sɛnɛ ɛbɛyɛ a adwuma no bɛyɛ efficient a menyi nni sɛ anka yɛbɛwɔ situation wei mu but ɔmo yɛ na sɛ ɛka no ɛba a na ɔmo agyae ɛno no ɔne contractor bɛtumi atwe ka no ho a bɛyɛ 6 months mɛtua mentua ɛne ɛte so kakra ɛne monyɛ kwan no ne nyinaa ɔmo de nkurɔfoɔ kɔba o ɛwɔ every day there will be another supervisor.
Maybe question me so maybe say who your contractor. Mo ntimi answer me. Me call Saudi. Me call who a ban interchanges. They have it a lot. Omu ye road because of weather no, they do it in the night. They have cordoned the area. Yeah. So road in every say circle ewa. They've diverted you far away. So the contractor and started road. My problem is that why not say Uncle Dibe part of the plan? Say, okay, road me ya ebeche enabia.
Ni odi adwuma ne ma no na won hwe ma ne nye. O sa contractor no ko Saudi a onye ne kwan sa.
So why adwuma o me ba why adwuma o
onye ne kwan sa.
Yeah.
O ye adwuma o assembly.
Oh yes, okay assembly. Hwe. Who call China Mall ho? There used to be a U10. I'm at China Mall. There used to be a U10. Oh be yam na 90% done. There's someone wanted to fill high. Is it highway?
Highway simply. I know that.
Now, obi an kwanko for no any sika so oba be ye kwan.
I was shocked.
Ama assembly am stop.
So I went to highway.
Anya so won't wa wonya.
Yes.
Obi so no any sika ba be ya. Wo so won't
anyway.
Ashanti region. We am wase hono baabi. Ye wo man bi hono mo no ɛna na ɛyɛ ne kwan no na ɔde aba ɛm sɛ Rollins time anaasɛ Kufuor time nim nana ɔyɛ saa deɛ no ɔyɛ ɔhene ɛwɔ saa area hɔ nom ɔno ayɛ ne kwan no ɔbɛba bɛgye ne sika pɛpɛɛpɛ nti na ne mpɔtam hɔ nom ɛyɛ properly no ɔno antena sɛ ɔse ne kuro no na obedi mo akyi a
nso ɔno in his case ɔyɛ ɔhene nti no
obedi mo akyi a mo ba yɛ ɛna ɔgye ne sika pɛpɛɛpɛ ɔyɛ kwan no ɛm sɛ Rollins time before sɛ yɛbɛyɛ constitution ne wa yi ɛna ɔyɛ n'adeɛ na ɔbɛgye ne sika yɛwɔ that time no but sisi no everything has been given to ɔman aban first no na ahemfo ne adeɛ etimi ɛyɛ saa developmental project ne bi but ɛna ɔhene koraa ka sɛ ɔkɔ akɔyɛ development apart from sɛ ɔkɔ akɔsi information center anaasɛ community center bibi foforɔ biara wɔbɛyɛ sɛ bibi foforɔ biara ɔhene bɛyɛ sɛ ɔkɔ akɔyɛ koraa no assembly ne mpene
gentlemen mum yɛn point
so me I want to take this last minute let me and speak on a certain allegations new rumors be about Kofi Ofosun cancer. And he was in charge of national entrepreneurship. Oh, there were allegation kekenami. National Entrepreneurship Innovation Program. Now Kofi Ofosun cancer na handle. There's this video out there now. Kevin Taylor alleging because we need internal primary sinti. I'm coming. No. Our internal primary sinti. He came out alleging say Kofi Ofosun cancer suma ebinum so munfa information be be man no fan didi honorable Kennedy Japan atem. A palpable lie. Onankasa ne your friends say many times was sepe samuka ne say or the Kofi Ofosun cancer tena ne platform so sepe nankasa.
Ebisa Kofi cancer nem say Kevin Taylor no tiny pa.
Yeah. So okay your friends and Kevin Taylor nankasa say ono obegu MPP it's one of the things. Yeah, di Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia one thing we look up to the man is that on the attempt and honorable Kennedy Japan support na yemu bisi yen support no ena Kofi Ofosun kan say oya campaign ebo Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba pa say yedi honorable Ken best form akeka nyama en wo say yen kika because after primaries no we need each other
offer evidence say Kofi cancer be contracting anymore
he's not even that is the thing he's not produced even one evidence against so no ni modus operandi or better now and the at the end time me speaking to some of our people crano ejisa dey need to the extent say me share Kofi Ofosun cancer interview he say he's getting calls from the other camp believing this guy. This is a guy. Why no when did not tell me Ghana?
Me time was
me try to use the medium to try that
for me.
Bibi, in concluding, no.
Yeah.
My member in Chakasi mo be otio pa almost every day otio.
Wow.
Yeah, the Honorable Abdul Latif Dan.
Oh, I see.
Nyame boss. Central Cons. Onyadi saying.
Let me come and say what me catch you. You should be busy Onyadi.
He is one MP at Obon Homoding. Yeah. You're one of the biggest zongos in Greater Accra, Sabon Zongo.
Yeah.
And he's doing a lot. Last week, say
we were in your constituency last week.
Okay.
Did you like it?
Last week.
Did you like it, Ablekwan Central?
Did I like what?
Ablekwan Central.
What are you saying about it? I like
No, the MC was there to deal with the issues I had.
Thank you. That is honorable in cancer.
Yes.
That's my senior brother. And also born home in
power. And second term, maybe.
Second term, yes. And one thing one thing all year I think most people should start doing is trying to eradicate drug abuse in our ghettos. Yes. Because one thing is I have a lot of Muslim friends.
Okay.
Me brother Fendi Bala.
Predominantly.
And or she say the situation whereby anybody who want to foment trouble comes to the Zongo must stop from Sabon Zongo. Until you say drug issues when my boys need be esa. Until most of the times when you move we go to the ghettos in the Zongo, we go to Russia, we go to Shukura, Flamingo. Yeah, I say boys now almost sell through drugs now. Me about most of them.
Okay.
But brain I encourage most of them come back to school.
Okay.
At least we will was sit down. If the MP can facilitate, you know, no finding power policeman, but to put you there to be able to ensure say you will get your daily earnings. I think say at this point in time, no, you ensure how we can build the youth.
I have an idea for Honorable.
Yeah.
Maybe we are
proposal number 2
I have an idea that would help deal with this matter.
Okay.
I'm on the street as well.
Okay.
They have a need.
Sure.
If it's my identify need now, we will be able to take them off drugs.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think, sir, okay, we'll talk off air. We'll talk off air.
And in concluding, like I say, the families of those we have lost.
That's right.
Now, as we've all been saying, who say human lives matter. My lives in the agro.
Yeah.
Until if you sometimes cry, we all wake up and if you go and check in the car, who say whether everything is functioning. Yeah, man, and yes, and say the life expectancy in Europe and America is now. Who say a we can also get there if we take our security and safety very serious.
Very close to me.
Say, Sadia, Esia and Essie.
Arewaba.
Tianebeko joint.
Pepe. Or say the or say the Kakragu for man.
Lumba na kan or say one whom in a
ye we no crack.
Yeah, as a baby, I am a department, or see young farm Rosanyan Sensio.
Young farm Rosanyan.
Hey, I don't know some of you. I know you be papa.
And then she a midweek.
You're born than day. So I wanted to ask
Jeremy, that's so by nature. Many thanks for coming as well. Kamadin, Amasaman Bruni Medasin. So it's rather unfortunate and other important issues said oh my enemy and can because of Oyene Yabetu.
That be aircraft here. I did a Oyene Yabe. I never be uncle. Cocoa food.
Embraya to Cocoa. Embraya to Cocoa.
What's your cocoa?
Mama, who you?
And I confirm plan. Cocoa food. We cocoa for Galamsey.
Jeremy Darcy.
Senior Assembly City and BB.
Yeah,
cocoa food. You did cocoa 120 now.
128.
128.
Yeah, 150 gram. And I wanted to cram
130.
I need that subject for another day.
But is it not better than nothing?
It's better than Mahama.
It's
better than President Mahama.
We can.
And this is how we end today's edition. Medine Bismark Brown, me team no matter what say Joel Sanko, Jemima, and Joyce. Na yede when Joe around. Na mesa engina so Emma ebusuafo ma hwere ona de hye ene anopei ewie yakọ kese pa. Nyame pepa mo ni wani suo. On shemoden. Na on come on. Anna, are you okay? You good? Also. We'll meet tomorrow and have another edition. Enjoy the rest of our programs. And let's remember the dead.